Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Friday night, the sexiest place to be. You're listening to the 6th Borough South Florida's true oldies radio station. Also on Spotify, Odyssey, and iHeartRadio. Quick shout out to our sponsors, Pizzeria, Fat Pickle, and Hideaway. Give it up for my co-host, the beautiful Denise Cassell, Mag Chop Kenny. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Nico. Give it up for the one and only Joe Rubo.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 6th Borough, another Friday night, and we are live from Boca Raton. And I'm excited to be here. We had a week off last week. I'm ready to get back in the groove, and we have a really good show lined up. Yes. Big night for my boy Kenny.
Yes, it was an amazing night.
Yep.
Really crazy night. I was up in Houston for the first screening of the squad, and Rise of the Chicano Squad, and what a turnout, what an amazing night.
I can't wait till this week to see what's going on.
Yes, this Friday, so, today. Today.
Right after
Yes.
Right after the show. Listen, if you're in Delray Beach, you better rush down to the Movies of Delray, right on Atlantic Avenue and Hagen Ranch Road, and come see the squad. Hopefully the tickets aren't sold out by the time you get there.
Awesome.
Tell me
How
no, Kenny,
exciting.
Get right in.
Yes.
We're proud of you, Kenny. Way to go, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate
This
it.
is
so
just the
proud of
beginning.
you. Yes, you've actually done some great amount of work, and just not in your personal story, but to have shifted and taken the lead in the lane that you're in right now
Yeah.
of acting is just amazing. But
It's
you know
hard.
what?
It's hard for people to get work in acting, and this guy's killing it.
Yeah, when your numbers,
I gotta grow a mustache.
yeah,
I know,
maybe that's
right?
what it is. It's the mustache.
Yep.
Well, anyway, everyone, here you are. You're listening to the 6th Borough. Thank you so much, Nico, for a great opening. We're glad to be here and live with you. But, as we said, we're going to be actually meeting several of the main actors of Rise of the Chicanos, so make sure you stay tuned. But we have a couple of things we want to talk about. You know me. This is what I want to do.
She's got those cards.
I got my cards out, and we have a lot of things we
The
want
more
to talk
cards,
about.
the more trouble we're in.
Well, always what I'm going to say is that if you really want to go ahead and see us live, not just what you can hear, but you can actually see us, match the voice to the face. Did I say it right? Or is it the face to the voice?
Match the face to the voice.
Match the voice to the face. It's all the same
what's
thing.
What's the difference?
What's the difference? You're right. So you can actually listen to the 6th Borough and see us all live. And I promise you that our facial expressions and everything the one-liners, if you're listening good, you got to catch them. So you can actually see us on Facebook, and that's on the 6th Borough Power Up, and that's live there. You can catch us on YouTube, and that's the 6th Borough Power Up Hour. You can catch us on there. And I promise you a lot of belly laughs. But you know what? This week is an interesting week, and we talked a little bit about this. It's actually Teacher Appreciation Week.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
That's
Nice. I
wonderful.
don't even know if they really still do that today in the schools and do.
Yes, they do. Believe it or not,
They still do?
Yes. My girl is a teacher, 5th grade teacher, and she came home with a bunch of flowers.
Oh,
So,
nice.
Oh,
only
how sweet.
three out of like 30. So the other, 27
Does it
kids are gonna
stop at a
fail, but
certain-
nonetheless.
Does it stop at a certain grade, though? Because my kids are,
No, it stops at a certain grade, but she's in 5th, so 5th
I don't
grade.
remember
They're still giving gifts.
when
So
I was a kid.
Are you serious? Oh my goodness! I remember clearly.
I cut
Teacher
school so much, I
appreciation.
don't remember.
Oh my
I
God!
mean, I remember I brought my freshman teacher an apple.
I'm sure you did.
She like that?
She liked it.
She liked it. There you go. That was proper English, everyone. That was the English teacher. She liked it. But yeah, what's interesting, when I heard it was Teacher Appreciation Week, I really had to think about who was the one teacher that really influenced me. And to this day, I have two that really, I haven't even forgotten their names. I have not. So we actually, I want to share with you that I have to say thank you to, and if you remember or don't remember, you guys can tell me who it is, but I have to say Mrs. Tipinaro, an Italian
Nice
teacher.
Italian lady.
Nice
yeah.
Italian lady. Boy, she was strict as you know what, but I tell you, she was my math teacher, and she shifted direction of my life.
Right.
In 6th grade, how quick, that's not very much in life experience, but she was my rock, and she made a big difference in my life. In
Wow,
6th
that's
grade.
great.
That's a long, long time ago.
I had a teacher, Mr. Jacobs, when I was in 5th grade or 6th grade. I loved the guy. He was a really great guy. Then he left teaching to become a priest,
Oh,
and he passed away in a car accident. And I'll
Oh,
never
that's
forget. It
too
was the
bad.
first funeral I ever went to that really screwed me up.
oh,
But
so
he-
that was your
but
shifting
he-
moment with
yeah,
that
but
teacher.
he was really. I was really close with him. He was a good guy, and then he passed away. It was the first loss I had, so I remember that.
Okay.
And then my high school football coach, he was a great guy too, Mr. Spano. If you're out there, Mr. Spano. how you
Another
doing?
Italian.
Yeah.
Kenny, do you have someone that was impactful for you?
You know,
Yeah.
my fourth
Officer
grade
who?
teacher.
Yeah.
Officer who?
His probation officer, he
my
loved
fourth
him.
grade
His
corrections
first
officer.
one.
No.
Your fourth grade corrections officer.
Oh my God.
But is there something?
Nico, who do we work with?
Is there,
This is some.
is there
This
really
is.
such thing as truant officers?
This is.
Now, you know what? I never got.
My parents
busted by
used
a
to threaten
truant
me with
officer.
that all the time.
Is it?
The truant officers. are gonna-
Truant
You
officers.
You
They
keep
still-
you keep cutting school. The truant officers are going to come after you.
I always wondered who they were. Did they dress different?
Is it you, Dad? I used to say.
Were they narcs? Were they narcs?
They were driving around in box Chevys.
Oh, well, your fourth grade teacher was the one that made a
Yeah,
difference
her
for you.
name was Miss Roy, and I remember during the year, her brother was a Chicago officer, and he had gotten shot in the face, and he survived.
Oh wow.
But I remember what she went through, and as she, was dealing with all of us, and we're in a rough neighborhood, and she just showed love to everybody who could have been somebody who would probably grow up and shoot a cop. So, she handled it well. She really showed a lot of love for the community, and I just remember her being such a graceful person for going through what she went through. And I just
It's
remember
crazy
that.
how teachers they could impact you and they're so underpaid.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're the worst. It's the worst.
What about you, Nico? Tell us about your teacher.
No, actually, nothing. If I may, no, nothing positive. If I can name a few I wanted to beat up, I can name them off the top
No?
of my head. Yeah, like who you talking to? You know what I mean?
No rabbis?
Yeah, so I was that wise guy and the wise crack guy. You know what I mean? Not
What-
that I didn't do good in school, but
what
it was
about
more
your
like I was
rabbi?
the wise guy. Pardon me?
Your rabbi? No rabbi?
Oh no, I didn't go to. No, dude, I was Catholic back then. Are you kidding me? It was only till I grew up that I knew enough to change teams
He
to
was a
Judaism.
Gentile.
Look, Hashem, let's go.
He was
Don't
a
listen to all these
Gentile.
goyim. Don't listen to them.
He was a Gentile.
Quick shout out to the chosen ones. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you're not chosen. There you go.
They didn't actually
There you
give
go.
Nico a report card. They just, they cut out a paper shaped like an F and they just handed it.
That's what they did. They were like, yeah, bro, forget it. They used to call the house all the time. I'm like, no, my mother's not home. She's like, who is it?
Not to mention that Nico is a twin, so I'm sure that you both might have pulled a couple of
Wait a minute,
stunts.
there's
I met
two of you?
Nico's
I
brother.
have a
the-
twin
I-
brother,
I
yeah.
met his brother the other night.
Yeah.
Are they
Nice
twins,
guy.
twins?
He was
Like, for
a,
reals?
They
a
look
young
alike, but
Patrick
they're
Swayze.
not,
He was like-
they're
he
not
was like
identical.
Patrick Swayze. That kid.
Yeah, he's a lot.
Yeah.
He's a calmer version of Nico.
Yeah, really, really calm, but very charismatic, fun, can dance, charming, whimsical.
No, we had a good time Friday
No,
night.
we
So
had a
the-
great time.
So
It
you
was
guys are just
wonderful.
twins. You're not like twins. You see,
No, no,
there's
no,
a
we didn't
difference
get
if you
along.
say
We're
it
total
twice.
opposites. We're total opposites. But as kids growing up as a twin, nobody can beat up my brother, nor can somebody beat me up. You're going to get beat up by both of us.
Twofer. It's a twofer.
Nice.
Yes,
Nice.
it's
Well, that
super,
goes-
no matter
that
what.
goes with
He
my
was a
brothers,
jock,
too.
and I was a bad kid. So
Oh, you were the best. Okay.
yeah, I was
see?
like the really Italian guy. I know you're not allowed to say that word here. I was a really, you know what I mean? Like I smell like marinara. You know what I mean, Joe? I was wearing garlic cologne, honey. Come here, Denise. I swear to God, grab a piece of pizza, slap it on the back of my neck.
Was there a TV show named after you?
Keeps away the vampires.
It does.
Actually, the teachers have been most influential, and that you are so right. They are underpaid. And just a couple of stats here. 57% actually make less than $67,000 per year on average.
Absolutely.
They got
Yeah.
hard jobs, right?
It's got
Especially
very
now,
hard
the way they
jobs.
the way kids are treating their teachers and
Oh
stuff.
my God, the way they talk to him is absolutely incredible. Joe, you and I would snap. I saw a thing on the way here. This kid was in this guy's face, yelling and screaming.
And the
Joe,
kid-
I would have
the
already snapped.
teacher
For-
couldn't
what did you
do
yell,
anything.
$67,000. I would have thrown this kid across the room.
Man,
Let me tell you,
if
ow,
you, if
if
you
I was a-
raised your voice to a teacher when I was a kid, you get
You get
cracked in
cracked
the head.
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the
Let alone
with the
when I
ruler.
go home,
Yeah.
I'm going to get a beating.
It's because
Then you get another
there's
one
no
at home.
discipline.
Yes.
We need discipline.
Exactly.
We need
You
discipline.
You look at everyone says, oh, discipline's not good for the kids, but we accomplished a lot and we were disciplined.
And no helmets on your bicycle, bro. You better figure it out. You know what I'm
Figure it
talking
out,
about?
walk it off.
No brakes on the bicycle. Nope.
No
I'm sure
brakes,
I-
no nothing, man. Mine were
Oh,
spray
yeah.
painted black. It was like as soon as you got to the mall, you just left it there.
The generation, they couldn't even name our generation, Generation X. They just said, just give them an X because
Yeah, it was-
we've overcome everything.
But it's really sad. We could talk about this all show. It's
Oh,
just so
100%.
sad
Yes.
the way
Terrible.
things are different,
And we know because
if
we're
I-
raising kids.
That's
Right,
next
and I'm
week's
very-
segment.
Almost like
I'm
spoiled and
very-
ungrateful.
I'm very, very lucky. My kids got the old style mentality.
No, they do, but they're a little bit older, in their 20s,
Yeah.
aren't they?
They're
So-
my oldest is 31, but
Yeah,
I
bro.
mean, the other two in their 20s, but they have an old school mentality. They grew up the right way. They would never talk back to their teacher. They would never try to get away with
No.
anything
My
like
daughters
that.
either, but my daughters are like super spoiled.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
teenagers.
That's
Oh,
like
you
what
have
I'm
a whole
saying.
nother spoiling
that's a whole
situation going. Yeah.
That's the third week's show.
But to your point, in 2022 there was the highest burnout rate was teachers.
The
In
highest-
2022.
The highest
Smoke
what?
weed?
No, they quit.
That's what I got.
they
I was like, really?
I thought I thought she said suicide.
I mean, if I was a teacher,
No,
I'd have to.
no.
Burnout
No,
rate.
they burned out and said, I can't do this
Oh.
anymore.
That and
Of course.
police said.
Who wants to deal with those children? The problem is that the parents.
Yeah.
The children
Yeah.
act like this because of the parents.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
exactly.
The parenting, and you're not allowed
Exactly.
to get your kid anymore, and
Right.
what have you. I mean, I had a personal friend going through some drama with his daughter.
It's crazy what goes on. Your kid, you get called into the principal's office and you're in trouble, and the parents come in and start yelling at the principal. My dad would
Yes.
slap the hell out of me in front of the principal.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
literally.
And that's for next time.
Yeah. Don't let me have to come here. He used to pull up, and he worked for Con Edison in the Bronx.
Right.
And if I saw that truck pull up to the school, I knew I was in trouble.
Oh man.
So
Well-
quick shout out to any of you kids that would need, ladies and gentlemen, if you need someone to babysit your kid, Joe Rubo, babysitter. He will snap the right on the back of their neck.
No, I
It's gonna
got
be the
kids.
best day
Kids,
ever.
I get
Maybe
along
the teachers
with
should invite us into the classroom
Yes.
for
Yeah, do it.
those
They
days.
need more
Especially
Gen
the squad,
Xers.
bro, a bunch of Chicano
Bring the squad.
Squad.
on that note, when speaking of school and teachers, when I was in college, on my first term,
What were you doing?
You
there?
went?
and
You were driving.
we
by?
went out. We went out towards the end, towards your release date. They let you go out and talk to schools and stuff.
Oh, right.
And I was talking to a
Oh,
class
boy.
in Alabama of all these little colored kids in Alabama. I'm talking to them, and when I finished talking, they came up to me like I was God. They were coming up to me, hugging me, and I get along with kids.
Do you have
my
cannolis
story,
in your
my
pocket?
story was a
What
lot
going
better.
on?
My story was a lot better than everyone else. Everyone else was a drug dealer, and I'm over there talking about Shylocking and shaking people down and stuff like that. They're like, really, you did
Tommy's
that?
story.
Really, you
Yeah,
did
bring this guy.
Bring
Kenny,
him.
bring this guy. Kenny,
Oh
bring this
gosh.
guy.
Oh yeah.
We need him in. Yeah, we need to
Yo,
actually
he doesn't look
have.
like he's an actor though. He looks authentic.
He's one of your real boys.
That's Juan Gotti. He's the real deal. Well, he's a tattoo artist now, but yeah, growing up, he is actually the real
We
deal.
need him to
street
go
guy.
talk to that idiot that left the comments.
Yeah.
Oh well,
Yeah.
yes, we'll pass on that right now.
We'll talk about that.
Yes.
But on a positive note,
On a
Denise looks
positive note.
absolutely fabulous today.
Oh,
Kenny's a
thank
famous
you.
movie
Always.
star. Joe and I are doing absolutely nothing with our careers. Thank you.
Yes.
And I got fluorescent pink shoes on. You know.
Oh, you beat
Yes.
me to
Whoa,
it. You
you beat
beat
us
me
to
to
it.
it. Oh, that's not fair.
You just gotta. If you don't
Oh,
know,
but
no.
ladies and gentlemen,
Freddie. I walked in. We're sitting at the
Old
table.
school, let's
and
go. Who
I
wants
just,
to break
I just
dance
point down to her sneakers. I'm like,
listen, real men wear pink. That's all I gotta say. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not watching right now, Nico,
With the
the
matching
best
hat.
DJ, has he's wearing the brightest pink. It actually looks like a. It looks like a highlighter threw up on his sneakers, So, and it's just like crazy pink. It's like I can probably use that to study with.
he said he's going to wear those to bike night tomorrow night.
It is-
Like they're on sale. I got a whole outfit.
oh, they were on sale. That's it.
Joe, I got a whole outfit that glows for you. I cannot.
Oh, I'm gonna wear it tomorrow
Yeah,
night.
bro. Don't get, I'm an entertainer, bro.
Hey, the '80s called. They want their neon back.
Yes, exactly.
You rotten. I'm wearing it to your opening, bro.
Where are your big old? What are the balloon pants? Remember those
The MC
things?
Hammer pants.
The MC Hammer
I
pants.
don't think I ever wore pink in my life.
You
neither.
just wear black.
I wore orange once for you for that event we went to. It's the
Oh,
only time I ever
not
wore
while
orange.
you were at college.
That orange tie.
No, okay.
I heard yelling. What was that?
I don't know.
What was
I
that?
don't know, but we hope that she's okay. Is she wearing pink sneakers because we got to find out.
Like my mother was like, "Be quiet."
Is it
Somebody
shoes?
yelling back there. What that? Mike?
No, we're all good. We're live.
Someone's mic. Someone's not on.
We're still
Yes,
going.
this is a live show, everyone. So anything is possible. We're always checking the mics to make sure you're.
Somebody got
able to
whacked
hear
back
us.
there.
I don't know, but going back to the whole school thing,
Yeah.
these teachers are really
God bless
making
them
the
all.
ones that shift the direction of our country. Personally, I think that.
You get paid more in New York, if I may. Other states,
You do.
Florida's
Well, it's
very
all relative.
least paid, but the audience or the children are just.
Well, New York, you risk your life.
Want to go to school every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you want to hear a little secret fact?
What?
You ready? What? Anybody? What?
You used to be a teacher.
I used to be a teacher.
No way.
Oh, that's where they got the song "Hot for Teacher."
What?
That's where they got the song "Hot for Teacher."
That's where she gets the index cards things. She never let that go.
Bro, she looks like a third grade teacher right now. Third grade. Someone pick
We
me.
knew
I
it.
had an interesting
We knew
career.
it. We're in the production room when you giving
Kenny,
us all
pick a grade.
when you're yelling at us all.
I actually was a
Where's
teacher
your
for
Seventh grade.
You got the apple?
No, not 7th grade. I actually had pre-K. I had pre-K 3 years.
They trusted
Yes.
you with their kids.
They trusted me with their children. But here's another fun fact. Are you ready? Are you ready for this?
Lord.
I was also a bus driver.
Oh God!
Are you kidding me? What were
Kid you
going
not.
Is that bus always late?
Like
This
the
is
full, like a
crazy.
full-size bus or like the
This
short
was
bus?
The half-size bus.
Yo, was it the kids with the helmets on?
No.
Special needs?
No,
I know you
no,
said
they
that
were.
word.
That's a wonderful bus, by the way, the special needs bus.
I
But
didn't know-
No,
the shorter
what
one-
I'm worried about
the
is
shorter
you
one was
turning.
longer.
well, here's the fun. Actually, these kids are probably all grown up, of course, and have their own children.
Was it a big bus? You didn't.
It was a half-size bus, like the half bus, but I
Yeah.
had the whole thing where you opened up the arm of the whatever the front of the bus had
The
to get
door,
the school
maybe?
door.
It's for the
Yeah.
Hispanics. They were busing into the white neighborhoods.
Yeah, they were all white neighborhoods. They were all privileged neighborhoods. But wait, here's the thing. I was really very young, and here I am. I had to go and take this exam because you have to have a special license to drive.
Right.
A CDL, yeah. So I actually had a CDL, and I'm lefty, which was scary enough, but I would drive over the potholes at the speed of light.
Back
So
then there
the
were
kid-
stick shifts too.
So
weren't
yes,
they?
they were stick shifts. I could actually drive a
Well,
stick
you're in a
shift.
bus. That's
I
what you
was,
do.
Yeah.
Well, these poor kids at 3 years old were bouncing up and down, and not many of them had seatbelts on at the time.
Nobody wore seatbelts.
They
then.
would bounce off the
Back then,
chairs.
Did they make seatbelts back then?
No.
Yeah, but you got to understand, these are the same kids that were riding backwards in a station wagon.
Yeah.
They gave a whole new meaning to the kids in the bus go up and down.
I can make a statement here, and I bet you 100% it's true.
Oh.
That bus was never on time.
Oh, no. No. It was on time. That bus was on time. In fact, we were over.
For who?
We actually came for my schedule. No, these parents were, these were very high-end children, privileged lives. But they all had to ride the bus. And so now you know two fun facts about Denise. Bus driver and teacher. And they were fabulous. I thought I'd share that because it is Teacher Appreciation Week, and we have a little fun with
You used to
this.
be a teacher.
Yes, and so this
What
is...
else you got? What other tidbits you
What
got for
other
us?
tidbits? So, one other thing is that I can say is we appreciate all of our teachers.
Yes,
from the
we
sixth
do.
borough and
Yes.
anyone else out there that is making a difference on our children. Don't give up, and thank you very much. And don't put up with it. That's all I got to say on that.
Boom.
note.
Good job.
Yes. So let's move on to our guests for this evening. This is exciting. We have
Juan on the phone.
we have Juan on the
Vazquez.
phone, but all said and done with for this evening and the rest of the show, we are going to be talking to the main characters and the highlights of The Rise of the Chicano, which is a true story, by the way. I find this really very interesting. Kenny, one and only, is in the movie himself.
Can't wait to see it later.
Can't wait to see it. The premiere is happening this
Got
Friday.
all the nice clothes in the back.
Tonight.
Yes, tonight, this Friday, yeah. This Friday night, and we're going to find out more information how you can actually go ahead and participate. So let's go ahead and bring on our first guest, which is Juan Vazquez. Why don't you give us an introduction, Kenny?
Ladies and gentlemen, Juan C. Vazquez.
Nice introduction.
Yes, nice introduction. Director, writer.
Director, writer, producer.
There it is.
What up?
Woo! You never know what can
yeah,
happen on the
baby.
show.
No, well, we're ready to rumble, man. Friday we're coming to town. It's gonna be such a blast. I mean, I'm so excited. This last these are special screenings, so you get to hang out with the cast and crew, get a sneak peek of the film, get an opportunity to get poster signed. So it's a different level of promotion that we're doing with this film. So it's exciting, and the first one was a blast, and I hope Fort Lauderdale lives up to how we started this thing off.
So we've never really talked about what is a premiere, like what happens at a premiere, and I'm curious because obviously, this is the one that's going to be about the rise of the Chicano, and Juan, you're there.
Rise of the Chicano Squad.
Rise of the Chicano Squad.
Yes.
I stand
Yeah,
corrected.
yeah. No, so Chicanos, they're like Italians. They're Mexican Americans. They're a fiery group of people. The Puerto Ricans, you got your Boricuas. It's just politically active, group of people that represent a culture. These guys were the first Mexican-American detectives, part of a dedicated Spanish-speaking squad in America. So Houston, Texas had the first dedicated Latino detective squad in America. And so Kenny and me are playing these detectives, in the squad, Rise of the Chicano Squad.
Nice.
Wow, look at that. So for those of you that can't see, we're actually looking at the pictures of some of the main characters.
What night was that? That was last week, right?
Yeah, that was last Thursday. It was May 4th.
That was in Houston.
Yes.
That was the premiere in Houston. So what a premiere is, actually could be the first time people actually seeing the movie.
But this actually wasn't a premiere.
Yeah, so,
this was a
so
screening.
let
It was
me
a
ask
first
that
screening.
That terminology there.
So this was an actual screening? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because what it is when you're going into film festivals, if you have premiered your movie, then film festivals won't accept you. But you're allowed to do screenings. The screenings are for feedback so that you can make everything right before your premiere. If there's anything that you see that you may have missed, or things that you want to adjust and change before an official premiere. That's what the difference is. Did I get that right, Juan?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what it is. So these are special screenings, and the film would change. Your premieres when this is the final copy. No changes will be made, and you're part of probably like a bigger film festival, or it's the day that you're going to release the movie in that week. We're not going to release this movie till probably around November. This is a good Thanksgiving movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's always good to catch a movie on Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Yeah, and where is it going to be able to be seen?
That part I don't know yet.
So, Kenny, you want to tell them where the premiere is this Friday?
So we're doing the screening in Delray Beach today. This is at 8:30 is when the movie's actually going to start. So after we're done here with the show, we're going to go straight over to the theater. So make sure you guys are there. You get there. It's on Atlantic Avenue and Hagen Ranch Road. It's right off the turnpike in Delray Beach. And let me tell you, we have a heck of a lot of stars. We have people that have been on our show are actually going to be there to support, which I'm really excited about.
I can't wait to see Juan. It's been a while.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. I can't wait to hang out with that virgin, man.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy. There's going to be an after party and everything, so it's going to be a really good night.
You know, when me and Joe first met, Joe's like, hey, you know who I am? And I'm like, Last American Virgin? Oh, my God. Like, I was such a fan of that movie.
Yeah, that was a while ago, man.
Yeah, but you know what? It's one of those movies that made an impact, and we're hoping that this movie makes that impact.
Yeah.
Well, I think I talked about it on the last time I was on the show. I was lucky as a kid. I mean, I could walk through the video stores and look at all these movies, and there was Porky's, there was Last American Virgin, there was Meatballs, all those slapstick comedies. That's
80s
genre.
classics.
We got to do that. We got to do that
Yeah,
remake.
yeah,
we got to do that remake, Juan.
Juan used to walk
we
in the
got some
video
big
store behind the
things
curtain.
going on.
We need to do a remake, a reboot.
He was like 9 and he had a beard, so he just walked right in.
I had the goatee, by then, yeah. But no, it was really cool to see all those classic movies, and so that's with my library of films that I'm doing. I want to have that kind of classic where these are 80s type films where they'll never go out of style.
Yeah.
Well, I actually, even though the movie's coming out, as you said, in the Thanksgiving time in the fall, this is an opportunity to really see the movie if you can't wait. I mean, this is like go out and want to be able to participate in this premiere.
That's a big part of it. We want to get that crowd reaction and and just see if what do we need to tweak before we unleash this monster, and so many of our friends want to see it, and there's so many cities that are supporting us.
So what is your biggest anxiety when it comes to like these screenings? Like, I'm really curious as a director, producer, and the actor, what's your biggest anxiety?
That's a good one.
To be honest, it's too many to tell you.
Too many, okay. And that's a good answer, actually, because I would imagine it's full amount of emotions because, this was your baby project,
it's like asking me which bully was the worst, which one was the worst fight. There's too many to talk about.
And guess what, Juan? You know who we got on the phone who's going to join in on the call? We got Tyler Gallant.
Welcome, Tyler.
Tyler, yeah.
Tyler, you there?
Hey, guys, how are you?
Tyler!
Well,
Yes.
we got a full house going on right now.
Oh,
We
yeah.
almost have the full squad, right? Who we missing, Kenny?
Oh, we got some
Yeah,
mothers
we
that
got
are
the
out there.
whole squad here.
So going back, Tyler, we were just talking about, how this premiere and whatnot, and you're a seasoned actor. You've been on the show before, and I personally can't wait to meet you. No crush there. But just saying that one thing that I'm very curious about, and we asked Juan, and I want to ask you, do you have any special or particular anxieties when it comes to premieres like this?
Not really. I mean, the premiere is not as much. I mean, I'm going there with a bunch of guys, I'm working with and celebrating something that I'm excited and proud about. So for me, it's just celebrating some art that I'm just excited to be a part of.
Nice.
Well, this is actually a part of history,
Yes.
which is, I think, a bigger mark in time.
Absolutely.
It's a historical movie, and I just love history. And this particular story itself is based on reality and truth. And Juan, good for you for taking it and bringing it to the big screen, because it's also educational, and how this whole thing panned out in Texas, and the story behind the squad and how it all stepped up. By the way, does the squad still exist today?
No.
Okay.
They stopped operating,
Yeah,
I believe it was late 80s.
No, 2010 was the last year.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah, 2010. Okay.
Okay. So I think we're turning it over to a quick commercial, and we'll be right back. Go ahead, Nico, take it away.
Don't go away.
All right, so check it out. Stay right there. The Sixth Borough, baby. We'll be right back. Friday night. Let's go.
RD Promo is the premier source of unique and captivating promotional products. Whether you need gifts for trade shows, corporate giveaways, holidays, or something in between, RD Promo is committed to the best services and products for our clients. Our expert account representatives are committed to your satisfaction and are prepared to help you find the promotional bags, gift items, and products you need. Our compelling corporate gifts meet high-quality standards and are designed to work for every budget. RD Promo makes promoting your business affordable, efficient, and fun. We work with high-end clients, advertising, and marketing firms alike to craft successful marketing campaigns for brands. Small businesses, major corporations, and multinational Fortune 500 companies have trusted us for their promotional product needs. Call 1-855-915-7377 or visit our website at rdpromo.com.
The Hideaway of Palm Beach. Free food all night from our gourmet kitchen. Drink and dance specials all night. Exclusive private VIP rooms. Top shelf bottle specials. The Hideaway Palm Beach. Come meet our top-notch bartenders and servers. And of course, the most beautiful entertainers in Palm Beach. The Hideaway. Palm Beach's hidden gem. The secret is out. The Hideaway Palm Beach. Located at 1152 Old Okeechobee Road, West Palm Beach. Open 4 p.m. to 5 a.m. 7 days a week. The Hideaway of Palm Beach.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the sexiest place to be every single Friday night. We are live here at the Sixth Borough on South Florida's true oldies radio station. Also on Spotify, Odyssey, and iHeartRadio. Quick shout out to our sponsors, Pizzeria, Fat Pickle, and Hideaway. Make some noise right now for my co-host. Give it up for Joe Rubo, Mag Job Kenny. My name is Nico. Give it up to one and only Denise Cassell. Take it away, Denise.
Hey, here we are, everyone. Welcome to the Six Borough once again. We are in our first hour of our show, and we're super excited because we have with us guests from the movie that is going to be doing a premiere screening tonight. We encourage you to want to find out more about it, to go participate, and it's called The Rise of the Chicano Squad, a true story that Juan Vazquez put to the screen with amazing actors, with Kenny Magchop being our one and only with us that will be also participating and is a character, and maybe even a surviving character. Is that right? Or
I can't give any news.
We can't give any
you
news
know.
out. Gosh, I tried, everyone. I
When
tried.
does
There's
it take?
Spanish people in the movie, though, right, Ken? You can tell us that. Like,
One or two of them.
Rising of
One or two of
Chicanos,
them
I
are
guess
Spanish.
so.
Frijoles for everyone. Is that
Hey,
Frijoles.
I got a question. This takes place for any one of you guys in the movie. This takes place in the 80s, right?
It's like circa 70s, 80s. There's not a
late-
real, but it's like a timepiece like
All right.
that. Yeah.
But I saw you driving like a 1979 Monte Carlo, bro.
Yes, I was, and it was fun.
I gotta ask Juan. Juan, how did you come across all these vehicles? That because if you're in that circa of time and you're staging, right, you have to get the clothing, the accessories,
set direction,
set,
yeah.
everything. So how did you come about that?
You know, so when you're doing a timepiece, a retro piece, you got to be very meticulous. And the thing about it is, I lucked out so many times on this project. We just kept this thing rolling. I mean, I had access to an amazing wardrobe director who just got the jackets for us, and a lot of the cool suits, and the stuff that we were wearing. And then a buddy of mine. Pinche Fonzo, shout out to Fonzo. He had a 76 Monte Carlo, and he actually took off of work for the whole project so we could use that car, and that's the car that's on the movie poster.
If you're a car enthusiast,
79.
it's just worth to go.
I had a 76 growing up. I apologize. I bought my first car. It was $200. It was a 76.
76 was the last of the big style.
The big style, yeah. That
Yeah,
that
yeah, I
was
had the
that one
long
was a
one, but
78 or
79
79.
It could have been a
Actually,
78
the
though.
big style.
Okay,
79.
If you're a car guy,
I'm a car guy. I'm sorry. I apologize.
what were you gonna say, Denise? I
I'm
want to
not
know.
a car person. I don't know. My mom.
You're a bus guy.
But
She doesn't care as long as it takes her where she
I
needs
was
to
driving
go.
a bus. But you know what? If you are a car enthusiast, this is a great movie to watch regardless of everything else. This is just more added character to the movie.
I thought it was gonna be a flip of the movie where you turn out to be one of the main Chicanos that you were like,
I play Detective Lopez.
right. You
I
play
am
cop, right?
I'm Juan Vasquez's partner, but he plays Richie Rodriguez in the film.
Okay. And Tyler, what role did you play?
Tyler,
Play
you there?
Detective Munoz.
Detective Munoz. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
but
here.
go ahead.
What were you gonna say?
Oh no, I just said yeah, I'm here.
Oh.
Yeah, Detective Munoz, and I mean, I can't give away too much about his character, but yeah,
That's
it
the
was a lot
squad.
of fun to play
That's
him.
the squad right there.
I can't give too much about his character, but he gets the best bust freaking guy.
Is that the squad?
Can you tell us if
That's
there's
the
a
squad
twist?
right there. Yes. So
Can
for
you-
those of you who are not looking, there's 5 of us in the squad on the in this picture, but there's
There's
squad
6
actually.
of you.
Well, yeah, we got the captain, but there's 5 of us that are actually the squad. Then you got the captain. I think there was more than that in the actual squad, and some of the characters are sensationalized. They're characters that Juan created that for the movie.
By the way, Juan, when you were selecting your characters, when you had a character, did each of them have an opportunity to sit and talk to the actual character that they were playing? Because that's kind of like something that would help.
No, I wanted these guys isolated, and I wanted a little bit of tension. Like I kept Tyler and Pablo Nunez, who played his partner. Fortunately, he can't make the premiere, but he was one of the Chicano Squad. That you see in the movie. I kind of kept us isolated. Like me and Kenny, we were in character that whole time. Tyler and Pablo, they were in character that whole time. The guy played Detective Garcia. Tim Waymire, he was in character the whole time. You'll see this is a different kind of movie. These guys were competitive. They're athletes in their own mind. There was a lot more to the story. I wish we could tell more, but the thing about this is this could easily be turned into a TV series. And I'm actually talking with one of the original Chicano Squad, Detective Rico Garcia. He actually, we met and he told me some amazing stories. I'm just like, I could write for days off this stuff. So, me and him, we had some really good camaraderie. Came out to the premiere. I'm sorry, I said premiere. The first screening, first official screening. And, their reaction was amazing. I mean, it was just like, that's what I mean. When you asked earlier what you're most nervous about, that had me kind of nervous because, the last thing you want is the original Chicano Squad not to like the movie.
That's true.
Right.
No pressure.
Would you use the actors from the movie for the television station, for the television show? Would you be using the, if you did get the TV show, would you use the actors, cast the same actors for the TV show? Or would you use someone else?
Yeah, absolutely. Because you know what, I think it would definitely add to it. I mean, hopefully, all five of us would make it. There's network decisions, and at that level, you don't have full control. That. But when I'm in control, I definitely would rock that way.
Absolutely. The casting looks great. Congratulations. Thank you so much for being on our show.
Yeah, so, Kenny, one more time, let us know if anybody does want to go to this event, how do they get tickets?
All right, you can go to Eventbrite. Hurry up. Go to Eventbrite and look up in Florida. If you're not in Florida, you're going to be down here. But if you're in Florida, just go on your Eventbrite, look up the squad, Rise of the Chicano Squad, and it comes right up, and you can buy tickets there. And if you use the word squad in all capital letters, you get a promo code discount. And then when you're there at the event, it's in beautiful Delray Beach at the Movies of Delray off of Atlantic Ave and Hagen Ranch Road. There will be shirts and posters available, and if the posters get purchased, whoever's there from the squad will sign your poster.
And it's just one viewing, or is there several times?
It is one for that night, but we have been in talks with the theater about eventually having them carry it. Once we finally release it. And
so
everything.
Joe, get the film crew. We will
Right.
bootleg
But
the heck out
also,
of this.
hey, Kenny, let him know too. We got the step and repeat. Because, this is going to be definitely dress to impress, or put some flash on there because Tyler's coming to town. I'm coming to town.
All bells and whistles. We will be there.
Yeah, we'll be there, man. Absolutely.
Oh yeah. And let me tell you, the step and repeat is amazing. And I was like,
you're
it's
like
one
life
thing.
Size, right?
Let me tell you, the first time I saw just my Mag Chop logo on a step and repeat, I wanted to cry. But when I walked in and saw my face, it's that whole thing right there. I was like, wow, people take next to me. It looks like I'm in the picture with them. I was like, wow, it was really amazing.
It looks great, man.
It's a beautiful step and repeat.
Wonderful.
Made out of fabric.
Yeah, I did.
He paid the extra $5.
You're going to love
vinyl.
it.
So from
Look at him with his blue suede shoes. His kid's killing it.
All the bells and whistles.
Yeah, even the blue suede shoes, kid. You're killing it. Way to go.
are you wearing pink ones or not?
Yeah, man.
Don't
He's
answer
wearing
that.
blue suede shoes.
He
He's
got
busting out
blue
the
ones
Elvis.
on.
Look at him.
Denise, what color do you want me to wear?
Oh, honey, you can stick. You know what? I'm going to say go with blue.
Woo!
Go with blue.
Blue is
That's
true.
Okay, you got it. Blue.
All right then. I love it. Oh, I love this guy.
Well, it's time. It's time for me now to put away my black winter clothes and get my black summer clothes out.
There you go.
Yeah,
There
Joe,
you
you
go.
definitely need to do that.
Joe doesn't move the needle much.
He wears black on black on black.
And pink.
And
And
he
you know
bets
what?
on black.
So Tyler, what are you gonna wear when you come down here? I've seen Tyler at these different events, and he's always got a really cool outfit on. So I'm wondering, how are you gonna dress when you come down here, Tyler? You ready? It's hot down here. Is he still there?
Yeah, that's what I've heard. It's a lot hotter than L.A. It's pretty cold here right now, actually, in L.A. But I'm thinking I'm gonna bust out one of my nice suits.
All right.
Woo, all right.
Good. There you go. You might as well. Class.
Well,
Class
for the
will
date
always
with
tell.
Denise after, it'd be
Yeah,
great.
what are you going to wear? Something Spanish?
Tyler, they're always trying to pimp me out.
Tyler, tell him what the special guest we got coming too. Tyler has a friend, an influencer, who said they're gonna make it to the premiere as well.
Wonderful.
Who is it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we have a surprise then that's going to be showing
Her
up.
name is she's her name's Susanna Demooney. She's got about 19 million followers online.
Wow.
That's it?
That's it.
Susanna
Yeah.
Demooney.
Gonna be joining. Yeah, that's it.
Susanna
Yeah, she's got a
Demuni,
few.
everybody, let's go. Yalla Baligan, jump on the
She's only got
Susanna
18,900 more than me.
Another Joe's phone.
Instagram.
19 million. Can you imagine? Like, you need a team to manage that.
Or
You
then
know?
you got to pay a lot of people to
Yeah,
follow
she's got
you.
a she's got a team for sure.
Wow.
You need a team.
I couldn't have that many followers. I would do something stupid.
Kenny, by the time we're done with you, bro, we're gonna sell the heck out of you. Me and the team, we already got you ready to go. We're gonna rent you out.
You sell me off.
I'm gonna send you off private events.
I'm in charge.
Brisses.
I'm in charge of all contracts.
Have Kenny do your bris.
Bar mitzvah.
Let's do
You're
it.
doing bar mitzvahs. To do a bris. To do a.
At your next bar mitzvah.
That's
We
it.
do a Mexibitza. We do a
He'll do
Mexibitza.
a quinceañera. He'll be doing a confirmation. He'll do whatever you
Let's
need.
do it. I'll show up everywhere.
Fuck the piñata.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start making Kenny piñatas,
That's it. Mag chop piñatas. Pictures of the
wearing my badge. You know what I mean? So that it's motivating.
But honestly, at the end, once again, this movie, everyone, the reason why I'm excited about it, because, again, it's based on the true story.
Yes.
And I think it just brings to the screen an educational opportunity with a lot of great entertainment. And, by the way, is this something that, what's the age appropriateness for this showing?
Well,
What's
if
it
your kid
rated?
watched
What's it
Deadpool, they
rated?
can watch this. No,
Is it rated R
way
or
off
PG?
color.
it's rated R. There's like
Sexual content?
sexual content, but it's not explicit. It's not. It's just suggestive.
Okay.
And then, but the language, there is explicit language, and there is a lot of people getting blasted. So
Oh, that's
My
good.
kind
So
It's
a
an
lot of,
action
like,
film.
Violence
My
over
kind
the
of
sexual.
movie.
yeah, it's an action film with some romance, with some some
Suggestive
scandal.
sex, like a
and
hooker
it's-
saying
And
"I'll give you
tacos?
$5," but they don't show
And
it.
tacos?
I think somebody goes to a taqueria at some point, or talks about a taqueria.
Speaking of tacos, I'm
Taqueria
hungry.
is mentioned several times.
I would
Is
imagine.
that right? Okay, then I guess that we
And
understand why
I
they
said
would be.
taqueria for a reason, because in the movie someone does say it like that, and you got to listen for it.
Okay. We'll have to be listening for it. But, again, this is something that's exciting as a producer, developer, and director, and an actor. It's like, chef, bottle, chef, and cook, and the whole thing all at the same time. Juan, you really put yourself out there. I'm excited for you. I just can't wait to see
I
the
can't
movie.
wait to see it either.
Yes, congratulations once again.
Can't wait to see Kenny up there. Juan, can't wait to see you guys.
Cannot
Me-
wait.
can't
What are you
wait
guys
to meet
doing next so
Tyler.
we can jump on your coattails?
Yeah.
Let's
Like,
cut to
is
the
there any
chase.
blondes in this movie?
What are we doing
Yes,
next?
yeah. Actually, there's a blonde in the movie. Juan, I'm going to tell the story,
There is a
Juan.
blonde in the movie, yeah.
Well, the reason why I ask, for those of you that
Wait,
can't
which
see
one?
who I am blonde. That's why I'm asking. Because, Mexico, Chicano. How
Go
many blondes
ahead,
could
tell
there
the
be?
story, Kenny. Tell the story.
Juan and I, we go to a well, that's one of them, but no, that's not the one that I'm talking about. We go to this place. I got one of my Mag Chop shirts on, and one of my Mag Chop shirts is the Florida license plate, and it says bumper checking on it, right? And it's it's a lowrider thing, and so this girl that's at the restaurant, this girl was gorgeous. She's walking by. She sees my shirt. She goes, "Oh my God, I love your shirt." She walks over. She pulls up her shirt, and she's got Florida tattooed right here. And she asked me,
In her armpit?
no, like right on the side of her boob.
There you go, Vol.
Okay.
Right, and so she just pulls her shirt up to show me, and I'm like, I got the Florida plate on, so I'm like, yeah, right on, you know what I mean?
Of course you are.
And so,
Catholic girls are the best.
yeah, I'm like, Florida girls rock, you know what I mean? So, no, so I was like,
Quick,
so I
I'm
go,
famous.
That's awesome. Are you from Florida? And she's like, no, I just love Florida.
Oh, random.
Yeah, it was just random.
Yeah, I know.
Is
I have
she
a Puerto Rican
tattooed
tattoo,
Florida
too.
on her?
Yes.
Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So then she goes, "Do you live here?" And I go, "No, I live in Florida." I go, "I'm here for a movie." And she's like, "Oh, I want to be in a movie."
Atta girl.
Juan happens to walk in because he was outside on the phone, and I'm like, "Come on over here!" I'm waving him down,
Get one in the parking lot.
And I was like, "Well, this is the director," and she ended up playing a role. And this girl never acted before, and she did a phenomenal job.
Wow.
So where was the casting couch located?
Oh.
yeah, the casting. Exactly.
I'm married, so I didn't do that.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah,
Juan,
boy.
I
well,
watched,
Is it Monte Carlo?
recorded it.
in the
Get him,
Monte
Joe.
Carlo. I tell you, you just never know.
She
We're
was
in the
the best
sixth
actress.
borough.
She's been married for 10 years. She's the best actress.
Well, thank you for sharing that little story.
But it was
And
great.
Juan, your
I was
Monte
thinking we could
Carlo.
get-
Tomorrow? I mean, later. Is she going to be there later?
We need.
What, say that again?
The Florida girl. Is she going to be there?
No, she doesn't live here. She lives in
Oh,
Houston.
but she's not going to come to the screening in Florida?
I know what's wrong with her.
She
All right, so
tattoos
Denise
different
Denise
states on her
Denise
body.
has to play her role.
All right, you're gonna be a
Yeah.
stand-in.
Get that tattoo.
There's no tattoos. I hate to disappoint. No tattoos.
I'll just write it with a Sharpie.
There you go.
It comes off of saliva. You got to keep trying to take it off, though.
Oh my goodness, a Sharpie. Oh my gosh, that's Kenny, you win on that one. That's pretty good.
Victory is mine.
Well, anyway, we're again, great movie. We're excited to see it. It's a true story.
Yes.
By the way, how long is the movie?
It's like an hour and 10 minutes.
An hour and 10 minutes.
That's a good.
And so here's the thing. So it's like loosely based on actual facts. There's some, some obviously
Of
some
course, there's
stories in it.
dramatization, yeah.
And it was funny because the one of the members of the original Chicano Squad was, several of them were there, but one of them got on stage with us, came up and hung out. He's real. You gotta understand, these people can't be in the limelight too much because they affected a lot of cartels.
Right.
They
They put a lot of people away.
Yes.
Yeah, and we had that kind of where.
Sure.
Let me tell you, when we were in Houston, we had such a diverse group of people in the audience, and some of those people, their families were actually affected by the Chicano Squad, and so there's always that risk because Houston's a big city, but it's like probably the biggest small city that you can get into because no matter where you go, somebody knows you in the city or somebody knows someone you know. So it's a really, really interesting dynamic when it comes to the way the city of Houston is. But the guy was really cool. He was very, but he joked around about some of the things. Like, well, I don't remember that happening, but it was really good. You know what I mean? It fit. Right. And so, the feedback that we got from him was really positive.
Oh, well, we actually have to thank these guys for coming. And,
Yes.
we look
guys,
forward to
thank you
seeing
so
you
much.
this evening. And for those of you that want to join us, come and hang out with us and get a fun-filled night of meeting all of the celebrities and persons that were in the movie. You'll be able to hang out with us.
And we have celebrities from our show that's coming in.
Yes, we've had some great
we
guests
have
on the show that will be there.
The lovely Karen Larrea will be there. She's the dating coach. We have Bruce Busta Socia will be there. He confirmed him and his lady are going.
Mm-hmm.
We have Cynthia will be there.
Cynthia,
and
the
singer, the singer Cynthia, she's going
no
there.
way. Yeah,
And
you're friends with her.
yeah, and Jaquan and Twishan will be there from the Nasty Boys. So,
Wow.
and among
full house.
others, so if you're in the entertainment industry in Florida, this is really where you want to be because you're going to meet directors. There's several other directors that are going to be there. There's producers that are going to be there. The sixth borough will be there. So I mean,
be opportunities
there's a lot
for the guests who are. If you're in the game of acting, this is where you
want to be. I know of at least 3 or 4 directors that will be there.
So then, what do you just run up to him, Kenny? Like, what would you suggest I do? Like, just run up to him and start bust out like a quote from a movie
You know what?
or
Treat
something?
it like a networking event. Walk
Yo,
up to
to
people.
be or not to be,
Have your monologue ready.
I say treat it like a networking event. Go up, introduce yourself to different people, ask them what they do, say, hey, my name is whatever, and
Awesome.
who are you, what do you do?
Line us up who to interview. We'll take care of the rest.
Yeah, you guys know. Watch the interviews. Whoever
Yeah,
Denise,
no, we
whoever
know, but I'm
Denise
talking about the people
interviews,
that come in,
go
yeah.
talk to them.
Well, I'm excited. I think we're going to have a lot of fun here. And once again, you can actually go to Eventbrite. And the Eventbrite title name would be what?
The Squad, Rise of the Chicano Squad.
And that's for the theater event tonight, and that's going to be Friday. So we're really excited.
Oh, yeah.
So excited. And of course, we have our one and only Kenny that's going to be there. So we're super proud of you. Thank you so
Super
much for being a
excited.
part of us.
Congratulations, bro. Mizeltov, way to go.
And I know you asked Nico, what's the next project? Or actually,
Yes, what are we up
shooting
to next? What we're doing. Me, Joe, and Denise want to know what we're doing.
So we're shooting a film called North Side.
Oh,
and,
yes.
I play a character named Louis Ruiz, and my father is played by Angel Salazar.
And where are you shooting that?
We're shooting in Houston and some in Florida. So there will be, and this is the thing, we're shooting Houston and Florida. The next couple films are going to be a Houston-Florida combination. So we are going to be looking for people to join in on this, and we are going to be casting for this. So this is why it's such a good opportunity for people to come down and be there.
And then when you were out of town, that's when you just picked up this gig. I think I saw it online. Is that correct? You just generated this movie.
Well, Juan had already
I don't know what the
planned it
verbiage
out.
is. I don't know what the
but while
verbiage is. I don't know.
while I was in Houston,
I do gigs, so I don't know. When's your next gig? You're just
What's
like,
your
dude, I'm
next
in a
gig?
movie.
Okay.
We
Freddie
woke
wants
for
a
the
part
guy
of
that
the
never
movie.
shuts up. Now get out of here.
Juan, we might have to shoot a scene here in the studio. I don't know.
Oh, that's a good
If
one.
Freddie's in the movie, he can keep coming out whenever a curse happens.
Well, we're filming some more. We're definitely Tyler's in town over there. We got some more promo. We're filming for Northside.
Warrior.
Tyler signed on as well. So, it's gonna be a really big film, and we're adding on. There's gonna be a lot more actors adding on to it as we go. But
What?
I'm really excited about Northside.
Juan, what was the film that you did when I first met you? the one where I met you at the
Trap Plane.
What was it called?
Trap Plane. That's
Trap
on
Plane.
Amazon
That was
Prime.
good. Yeah, that was really good. Yeah, that's when I knew you had talent when I saw that.
Juan actually won.
And so Trap Plane Season 2, we want to film in Fort Lauderdale. So, you know, that's all coming over there. The hangar over there that you guys have, I think, will be a great location for us.
Awesome.
So, you know, we got so many things in the works. We got to start connecting the dots here.
Well, you know, like you said, Kenny, it's a networking thing. So for those of you that are interested in wanting to be somewhere in the film industry, this is a place to be, not only to watch this great movie, but to also get to meet a lot of people.
Absolutely.
I like that.
Absolutely.
Can't wait to see it.
All right, so we're actually going to cut to commercial, and we'll be right back. So stay tuned, everyone.
We'll be back.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Don't go anywhere. We are live, the 6th Borough. Boca Raton, stand up. We're not somewhere, folks. We are everywhere. Friday night, the 6th Borough. Yalla Baligan, let's go.
RD Promo is the premier source of unique and captivating promotional products. Whether you need gifts for trade shows, corporate giveaways, holidays, or something in between, RD Promo is committed to the best services and products for our clients. Our expert account representatives are committed to your satisfaction and are prepared to help you find the promotional bags, gift items, and products you need. Our compelling corporate gifts meet high-quality standards and are designed to work for every budget. RD Promo makes promoting your business affordable, efficient, and fun. We work with high-end clients, advertising, and marketing firms alike to craft successful marketing campaigns for brands. Small businesses, major corporations, and multinational Fortune 500 companies have trusted us for their promotional product needs. Call 1-855-915-7377 or visit our website at rdpromo.com.
The Hideaway of Palm Beach. Free food all night from our gourmet kitchen. Drink and dance specials all night. Exclusive private VIP rooms. Top shelf bottle specials. The Hideaway Palm Beach. Come meet our top-notch bartenders and servers. And of course, the most beautiful entertainers in Palm Beach. The Hideaway. Palm Beach's hidden gem. The secret is out. The Hideaway Palm Beach. Located at 1152 Old Okeechobee Road, West Palm Beach. Open 4 p.m. to 5 a.m. 7 days a week. The Hideaway of Palm Beach.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Friday night, the sexiest place to be. Every Friday night, the 6th Borough. Boca Raton, stand up. Denise, take it away.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the 6th Borough. We actually have had on the line with us Juan Vazquez and also Tyler Gallant, who are characters and from the movie premiere that's happening tonight on Friday for the rise of the Chicano Squad.
Yes, can't wait to be there.
We're very
Chips
excited.
and salsa at that movie premiere event? I didn't know. Is there chips and salsa, Ken, just for the authenticity?
So
Should
let
I
me tell
bring
you,
some,
the
or-
theater has a full popcorn and liquor
No,
bar.
but I was talking about
They
the
have-
movie with the
they have beer and
authenticity
wine.
of the nacho bean dip.
Oh, I don't know. They have beer and wine there at the place. They got.
So I just tell them I know
So
you.
we could drink.
And everything's on the
Yeah, that's
no,
it.
no. Listen, y'all got.
No,
Wait, you're not a famous
We're gonna
actor.
support
Yeah,
that.
What is
We're
this,
gonna
bro? I've been
support.
telling everybody.
We're supporting their business.
Put it on
So
the-
Bro, my
Put it
best
on
friend's a
Kenny's
famous
tab.
actor.
don't come broke.
Put it on Kenny's tab.
Come broke. Well, anyway, Kenny, thank you so much. We're excited for this upcoming night. We're going to move into...
I don't know. The other guy's still on the line. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much for being here, and we look forward to seeing you this evening.
Did we lose them? Bye-bye.
They gone?
And good night.
They gone.
And
There's
good
nothing
night.
we can do about it.
But either way, we're on to our next portion of our show, and we're super excited because this
My
is
favorite guest.
our favorite guest, and this is the lifestyle portion of our show. It's the VIP Life Networks portion, and it's all about, once again, dating in the 6th Borough. Karen,
Yes.
thank you so much for being with us. You know how I feel about you, Karen Larrea, everybody.
Karen's got notes, so we're in trouble.
I had a really busy day. I didn't want to forget what I was going to talk about, so I came with notes.
Well, we
Just in
actually-
case.
we're in good company because I
Yeah.
have many notes.
Always.
And this portion of our show is based on lifestyle and in the Sixth Borough. But as you know, the Sixth Borough really belongs to everyone, and it's a lifestyle of anything, anywhere. So the things that we talk about in dating can apply to anyone, anywhere.
Absolutely. Dating and relationships. Yeah.
Dating sucks.
Yes, and this is great. Dating, okay, you heard that live. So, but dating is always a great topic. People always want to hear about this, and I don't think we talk about it enough generally on public radio. So let's do it. Let's go forward and talk about it. But I got to say, we did go to an event.
Yes.
Right, we went to an event last weekend, and we talked about it. It was a great event. Sorry that we missed Nico, we missed Joe being there, but it was Wheels, Wings, and Fashion. It was a great.
Looks like Kenny held it down.
I held it down.
He held it down, and I
Bunch of
stepped in for
ladies.
you guys. So
No, that's good.
Karen was with us, and she was hanging out with me, and then we also had, of course, Kenny make a showing, which he's everywhere. But what a great event that was!
it was. It was a fantastic event.
It was
It was
really
for a
good.
great cause, and we just had a lot of fun. And I'm going to say, Kenny is a fantastic wingman.
Yes, he is.
I wouldn't know it.
So was there a lot of single men there for you? Because Karen, I believe you're single. Is that correct?
We'll see.
There was-
We'll see later.
He's always trying to get the answer out of me.
No, I just thought, I don't know. Both. You're a professional, so I was just wondering. Why is Denise single? That's what the crowd wants to know.
So let me tell you. So I walked around with them during this show.
Hey, what did the
give us
guys
your
do?
take.
I
What's
looked
going on,
like the
Kenny?
man,
You look
bro.
like a pimp. Am I allowed to say pimp?
And then, yeah.
And
And then, when dudes want to talk to them, I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna let them.
1500
I'm not gonna
papito.
block. I'm not gonna block. So
Mira,
I just I
1500
said hello,
papito.
and I kind of walked away, so they know, yeah, go ahead, man.
Bro,
run your,
straight
run
up,
your
bro.
game. I let them do their thing, but I stayed close enough so that they know if you try something stupid, you're gonna get
Yeah.
knocked out. They
Okay,
safe
there
with
you
me.
go.
Yeah,
so that's
especially at that
how I
event,
looked
they're
at
going to
it.
throw their wallet around. I want to buy you everything, my love.
But you know what? There's something to be said, Karen. Right? I don't know how y'all feel about this. Is that you need a good wing person when you're out
Absolutely.
and about?
Oh my goodness, yes.
Would you agree?
Absolutely.
See,
yeah.
Nico's,
it's important.
When we go out, he's my wing person, but he scares everybody away.
Yeah, that's right. 'Cause I was like, you know what
Then
it is?
that's
Because I have
not
my
a good
pink
wing
shoes on.
person.
I'm like, Joe's with me, sweetheart. All the men, they're not really men. They're women that look like men. They're always all over Joe. And I'm like, he's with me. I got pink shoes on. It's this whole weird biker thing.
Oh my goodness, Nico.
He's got a shirt with my face on it. It's so weird. And he rides the bike. Anyway.
He's a good sidekick. Maybe
he's
not a good
good.
wingman.
Well, we don't need a wingman at bike night. There's a lot of
need a
weirdos.
wingman. To be totally honest with you, Joe, in all honesty, I don't, even at a nightclub, I don't need a wingman. I'm good all by myself.
Sideshow
Oh.
Nico.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
because I can end the communication if, I can tell right away whether or not I
Quiet when
want
we
to
go
chit chat with
nightclub,
you.
right?
Yeah, Joe is quiet when he goes to a nightclub.
Yeah.
He really is. He's a watcher.
So do you let the women approach you, or would you, if you saw someone you were interested in, would you approach her?
It depends. Usually,
Okay.
if I get a look or something, I'm not,
Yeah,
my
Joe
age-
thinks that unless a
I'm not-
woman comes to him, she's no good anyway. You know what I mean? He's got like a dog. You know what I mean? How do you pick a broad? You sit in the middle of a bar. You maybe have a pinky ring on. You're doing one of these moves, and they come to you. Kind of like when you buy a dog. You don't pick the dog. You sit down. The dog comes to
Joe,
you.
do you
Karen,
like
I look at it
picnicias?
this way. When I'm in a nightclub now, at my age, and it's getting close to midnight, I'm thinking about going home and having a
Yeah,
sandwich.
he's always thinking about going home.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Yes, yes.
No, but
if you can make it to midnight.
yeah. But
He hates talking to girls. He like, what did you do today? He doesn't care. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I look
Get
at
out
dating
of
to me.
my
I look
face.
at all these people out there dating, and I think,
I
what's,
went-
what's the drama? It's so easy.
No, it's a lot of
Because
work.
he's married.
Yeah, my wife won't let me have a date.
Hey, what did your wife have on before you left? You probably didn't even look.
My wife stopped letting me date 20 years ago. I don't know what
want to go
happened.
back to the event you guys were at.
Absolutely.
Victor, who was on the show,
Yes.
got really sick, I heard.
Yeah, like the
He had
guy's
his
appendix
taken out.
ruptured or
That's why you
something.
didn't see him.
Oh, wow.
When they were setting up,
Yes.
poor guy
Okay.
had to run to the hospital and get his appendix taken.
Well, he didn't feel good when we had last seen him, but that's amazing. I'm hoping he's
Yeah.
okay.
So we got
Well
wishing
wishes
him the
to
best, yeah.
Well wishes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I heard he's okay. I heard he's back home and that he was
Yeah.
good. The surgery went well.
But isn't that crazy? He worked so hard in the event, and it happened
then
while he
missed
was
it.
setting it up.
And it went off of the hitch without him, so
like
that's
how I
not
got out of that
good
question,
either,
Karen?
so
Yes.
You don't want to. You
was
don't want
really
to bring
good.
that part up.
He danced around it.
Yes, he
But
did.
I went. I have a question. I went to see my girl in Tampa, and we got along great. We had a great time. Everything is fine. Went home, came home. And it's like we haven't even talked to each other. It's like weird.
Have you reached
were
out
done.
to her?
I reach out, once. I don't like to reach out.
You
If wanna
have to
call me,
reach
call
out.
me, you know what I mean?
You are the man. You have to reach out. You have to pursue her. And if then she's going to give back
she's
to you.
busy.
Wait a minute,
You
it's
know, I'm
2023. What happened to equality?
No. Let's not even go there. We
busy.
had a huge conversation that
Joe's
night,
busy.
Kenny.
Nico, what do I
Listen.
say? If you're not going to call me,
That's what I said. Honey.
No,
Okay, how was
it's
your day?
polarity,
All right,
guys.
all right,
It's polarity.
We need the advice here. Go ahead.
It's polarity.
It's who?
Polarity. That's too big for
You
me.
don't want.
That's a Sunday word.
You don't.
Use another word. He's like parallel to what? To
Polarity.
Federal Highway? Is that like power line and federal highway? They run parallel?
Not
like,
parallel.
What are you saying to him right now?
Polarity.
Oh,
Is that
polarity. Oh,
bipolar?
I thought you said
No,
Oh, okay.
but you don't want a woman chasing you. What happens when someone chases you?
No, I don't.
hit him with a
They
stick.
might
I don't
trip
want
and
you.
fall.
You run from them, especially a man, because a man likes to feel the masculine energy. You
Right.
like to give out your masculine energy, and the woman. So the man gives, and the woman receives in her feminine
I don't want her
energy.
to chase. I just want to feel a little loved.
Well, you have to call her. Be the masculine gentleman that you are, and call her and tell her that you had a great time and how is she doing, and check in on her.
So me calling up and say, "Yo, would you forget my effing number over here?"
Oh
It's not
my
the-
gosh! I know you wouldn't do that. I know you're kidding.
Because
I
let me
know
be
you're
honest
kidding
with you.
because
If
we're
he
on the
called her
air.
up and spoke the way you just spoke, she would say,
Who are you?
is
What'd you
Joe's
do with Joe?
friend? Where's Joe?
Where's Joe? Is he-
Where's Joe?
Now,
Okay,
this is-
and guys, this is why Denise and I
Are single.
are single.
I need you, Karen. I need you. I need some Karen training.
But let's talk about this, Karen. Let's just let everyone know your credentials as to why you are doing what you're doing. Really
Polarity.
quick.
She's a professional.
She's a professional.
I am a
Polarity.
certified dating and relationship coach.
There you go, everyone. There
You
you
have
heard
like
it here
cheerleaders, like
on
you
the
want
show.
a team, like, oh, coach.
I do.
what do you
I
get
have my
more?
teams. Those are my clients,
That's what's up.
and I change lives.
There you go.
And I, get them back. My core clients are over 40, and they're just getting back into the dating world after a divorce or a long-term relationship. And let's face it, the dating world has been totally changed since, let's say, if we were married in our 20s, our 30s, has completely changed. Has
That ain't me. That's
the
for
chase,
sure.
there we go. Has completely changed, and it's very hard. The modern dating world is very hard. I think a lot. We've had, I know Denise and I have had conversations about this. Online dating has just really skewed the landscape of dating. Social media has messed up a lot of dating. So as much as we say it's wonderful to have that technology, it really has set us back. And then this whole with this, yes, women, yes, we want to be able to have the same opportunities that men, but let's face it, we're not built like men, and men are not built like women.
Yep,
So
there
we
goes
do
the
men,
phones.
we do need men to continue being masculine men, and women need to continue being in their feminine power.
Amen.
So how do you feel about the social media in regards to the dating apps where it's like super shallow, where you got to swipe left or right just by the way you look? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I'm sure that there's clearly more to you than your beautiful face or what have you. So
Teeth.
How do you feel?
There is. I talked to her.
No, I know. Clearly she's educated, Kenny, but in regards to the way those dating thing is, like a Bumble or a swiping thing.
A what?
You go left and right to pick the one you like, and then you didn't even talk to her. It's like so weird.
Yeah, I think it's more important. I think, like for my dating clients, I do have them go online because it's very important to kind of get that that practice of speaking to each other or speaking to a person and kind of making that connection. But you do have to go out, like get yourself dressed up, go out. Even if you have to go and sit, during happy hour at a bar and just make conversations, you have to have that human connection, which is where I say these online dating has really ruined it because people don't want to go out anymore. They think like they're just going to sit in their robe in their house. And guess what? All you're going to do is spend weeks, months, days talking to people instead of actually connecting because you're going to wait for that person to say, hey, let's meet up. And probably 8 out of 10 times that doesn't happen because let's face it, I mean, women are scared, and I think a lot of the times men it's an enjoyment for them, it's just
Right,
passing the
it's
time sitting on their
entertainment.
couch.
Is that like a pen pals thing it turns
Yeah,
into? Like
you-
I don't,
yeah, but
I
you
never
really-
met you, but I've been chit-chatting with you for months.
I hate
Yeah,
that.
and
hate
I
talking to
always
people.
advise my clients, listen, you exchange a few messages and from there
Trying to get to it.
have a conversation on the phone. you could say, hey, listen, why don't we switch over to phone? It would be great if a quick phone call and see if there's not a long 2-hour phone call.
Right.
But like
did you notice that what this world has come to is random phone call, more texting? How am I supposed to get to know you or even your tone of your voice if you're texting me?
Absolutely. So you go and you make a phone call. I advise no longer than, 30 minutes at the most. And you should know if you have some sort of connection. And, hey, let's meet up.
Right.
Listen, in a public place, guys.
Because
Please,
that
a public
awkward-
place.
When you're talking to somebody, that awkward silence.
Yeah, kind of like Joe. It gets weird when Joe says to her, "Where are you taking me?" It gets really weird right after that word.
I know you guys are just like cracking on Joe. I know
He
Joe's a
weeds 'em out.
gentleman.
He weeds
I
'em
know
out.
Joe's a
What I
gentleman.
want-
He's coming out with the red wine. He's coming out with the red roses.
Yeah, for himself. It's a pinky. He puts him under a
lying.
trance.
But
Look at my pinky.
what I want really, this is what I want. I want someone to spend the rest of my life with, but to leave me alone most of the time.
That's
Hey,
marriage.
Joe, I'm right over here. Joe, what are you talking about?
You're ready
Every
for marriage.
Wednesday night.
I've
That's
been there
marriage.
twice. I've had marriage.
You know, I was listening to what you said, Nico.
No, she's right. I like to treat the girl right, so I got to find the right one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you'll
The
know.
problem is Joe's always with Miss Right Now. You know what I mean? That's the.
Miss Right Now.
Well, then
Yes.
she's not
Right,
Mrs.
you know?
Right because Joe will know who Mrs. Right is
Yeah.
for him.
She might be for some
I
other
thought
guy.
I thought I had
But
the right one. I guess
you know, I
not.
was listening to what you said, and and I hear this because I never did any of that online dating stuff. But it's one of the things that I am aware of: the swipe left, swipe right. I don't know what it means, but I know that it means you don't like them or you do
Yeah,
like
if you
them.
like him or don't like him. Like, hey, look,
So-
this lady's ugly.
Realistically, a lot of people, and I would
No,
I would
I'm
think
just saying.
it sounds
I
shallow,
could do a
right?
whole show on that,
But
bro.
it's
No,
so- but
listen
you
to me.
see
If we're
some of
allowed
these
to curse,
faces
No,
that
but-
pop up
picture,
there,
I
like
can
this.
tell you, I will go crazy. Like, lady, what are you thinking? I
Right,
know
but
exactly why you're single.
it sounds super shallow.
It goes
But
both
realistically, we
No,
do
it
that
goes
at the
both
club.
ways. Absolutely.
We do that at the bar. We do that wherever we go.
Absolutely.
We're looking, we're scanning, and we're like, guess what?
When I find someone, I try to find someone that something I don't like about you. When I meet someone like you say you're beautiful, I'm like, oh look, I bet she's got
That's why
like
you're single.
limps or something. One leg shorter than the other. Or her toes are crooked. I don't know. and
But
then
you're
I'll
still
say, oh,
single,
those
so that
shoes.
means that you're doing something
because
wrong.
you're not looking for someone then, sir. Like your
I'm looking
intention is really not to find a
Well, I
relationship.
can't live with
Maybe
you the
your
rest of my life
intention
looking at
is
your ugly feet. I'm just.
well,
I'm
maybe
just
your
saying.
intention,
Or
maybe
your
your
attitude,
intention
you
is
know what
just
I
to
mean? That's- I'm just
have, go out every once in a while and have fun. So it depends on what your intentions are. But yes, I get what you're saying about in the club. But let's just say, okay, she's all right, she's pretty. But then all of a sudden you end up having a conversation, and that spark happens. It's that natural, you're now in
Chemistry.
person to see if there's
never
that
know when it's
connection
gonna
versus
happen.
that
Yeah.
online. Or when you talked about social media, I mean, I know people get DMs. Like I get DMs and people are like, "Oh, I want to take you out." They don't know me. They think they know me from my social media. It's just like a dating app.
Sure.
And
It
they
is.
don't know who I am from social media, So
Do you ever give anyone a chance, or how do you pre-qualify someone?
Yeah, what are the pre?
He wants to know the list.
No, I'm just wondering. I know
What's on your-
Something
what's
about
on the-
Mary.
What is
we
on
can
the
sing
Karen?
a song.
What is on the
We can
Karen
sing a song with
checklist?
Denise. It goes like this: you have to have a J-O-B. Everybody, J-O-B. If you want to be with me, welcome Denise Casal. We are live. That's her theme song.
Having a job is a good start.
Yeah, that's
having
good.
a job
hey,
is a
but
good
you'd
start.
be surprised, right, Denise?
Absolutely.
Well, I learned about Karen. She wants a carpenter because you got to
I do
build
not
her a
want
house.
Carpenter. Kenny, let's go for the whole story. Kenny asked me about cooking, and I said to Kenny, when a man asks me if I can cook, I said, I get a little aggravated. My response is, can you build a house?
And I said that's not a fair response because typically women can cook. Typically, men can't just build a house. So I feel like there should be a little bit more of a level playing
I
field
can't
there.
build a house.
That's
a good question.
Be able to put a roof over our heads. So
Well,
yeah,
putting a roof over your head and building the house.
Okay, but I'm being a little sarcastic with the man because
I
all of
know.
a sudden I'm supposed to be cooking for him.
But I like
This-
that. I
this
like
was our
that answer.
conversation. We had a great
I can't
time.
build a house, but I could cook.
Yeah, and I don't say you don't say it in a nasty way. It's just like, oh, you think I can cook? Well, can you build a house? You know?
Right.
Yeah.
You
So
know.
That's a good answer, though.
yeah, and then it's like they usually laugh and you just continue with the conversation. You
Well,
have to be light and funny and really going into dating, especially like the first few times that you meet or when you initially meet someone, don't be so serious. Don't, because initially people always like, is this going to be my husband? And
What about a deal breaker? What about, let's say, in regards to, let's say, yourself or Denise, perhaps? What is it about a man? They're like, listen, if this guy smokes cigarettes, that's a deal breaker.
Deal breaker.
Like, what's your deal breaker?
Medium.
Toma!
Joe Rubo with the El Dante.
I have no idea what that means, but I want
holding on to that
a
one.
definition
You know what
of
that
it,
means?
please.
It's a guy that wears a shirt like 10 times too small for him. You know what I mean?
Oh, so it's like what you guys
Like
say, like she,
like a schmedium, like
Not a
10
small
pound-
and a
10
medium, it's a
pound of
mix, it's a
potatoes and
schmedium.
A 5
Yeah.
bag or something. What is it? 5 pound bag
Yeah,
or something.
when he first
Yeah,
said
you
that, I
know.
almost died.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh,
Quick, somebody put some.
But for me,
some raisins in
non-negotiables,
meatballs.
honestly, and I'm visual, so you have to understand what, I think what makes you tick first of all.
Right.
But for me, I look at a smile. I need to see nice teeth.
Yeah.
It's everyone just
Check, I got that.
smiling
Yo,
at me.
Quick shout out to all the viewers, man. Yo, check.
Oh,
Oh,
look, it's a Bob the Builder. Oh my gosh!
And hopefully, as a personality,
As long as listen, we need Bob the
He has
Builder,
no
but you
teeth.
guys do not want Barbara the Builder.
He doesn't have teeth though, so he's out. Bob the Builder has no teeth.
But he can build you a house.
Build your house.
But for me, the non-negotiables are pretty. They're standard for me. They're not. There's not a lot in the sense that you have to be clean. You have to, of course, your fingernails are clean. You got good teeth at least, and you're appealing.
But what would, let's say, if you guys were on a blind date or he sent you a
First
picture?
date, first date.
date, is that what it is? I don't even know. I don't date. But nonetheless, you go into a restaurant, all of a sudden you're like, hey, all right, great. Now all of a sudden, let's say the guy's missing a tooth, hypothetically, like one in the back, you didn't see it. Meanwhile, it's a deal breaker for you. And then, like, there were several other things. Maybe he was wearing, I don't know, brown shoes with a black
That's
belt.
why the first-
like
that's
stuff
why
like
the
that.
first
Like
date.
those guys at the D4 say they don't know how to dress.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, you're like, bro, what did this guy have a flowered shirt on? He's meeting you.
Pink shoes.
Oh
know
my
what I
God,
mean?
that's nothing. You can help him fix up. So who cares?
But
about
yeah,
that?
but Karen, that's a good point.
So
But-
shallow
I don't want to
and
fix
so-
anybody.
but
No,
that's-
it's not
No, me
fixing. But a
neither.
lot
I
of
gotta
men
fix
don't
your
listen.
tooth
I've
and
had
get to learn how
clients
to
that don't
dress.
even know how to dress because they've been in marriages, and we've done a whole makeover. So that's a little. That's
Yeah,
a little
she's
makeover.
absolutely right. It's how you guys get along. when you're
Yeah, it's
sitting
how you
there.
get along and the connection. I mean, people always say, "I have a type," and I never date my type. Never.
And a girl likes when a guy makes them laugh, right? That's
Oh my
my.
God,
That's
that's
my.
huge
that's my
for me
plus.
if they
Oh, if
can
you
make
can
me
make a
laugh.
girl, you
I
can
wish
laugh
I
the
was
pennies
funny.
right off of her.
You know I'm good at
That was
that.
funny.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be single.
Yeah.
Funny how?
That's number one.
Did you missed this? This one's laughing the panties right off the person.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Who
Yes,
is Penny?
It's
the
true.
married one says that.
Of course,
How do you think
you
I got
get away
married?
With saying that. How
do you think I got married? Made her laugh.
Leave it to the
Bada
famous
bing, bada boom.
Next thing you know,
And I was good.
I'm in front of the judge getting married. Justice to be.
But to the point though of going, we captured so much, but I want to go back to like the event that we went to. And
Absolutely.
I personally think having a wing person with you
Yes.
is a good wing person. And what is a good wing person?
Gotta borrow Karen name.
And I have to say, Karen did nudge me along. She nudged me along, but I actually appreciated it because I never would have taken an initiative.
Like meaning exactly what to the listeners?
Yes,
like
we-
she
we-
nudged
So
you on to
we-
walk
we
up
get
to
that.
the guy in the suit and say, hey?
No, she actually told her, listen, I want you to go walk around and speak to people. I want you to engage. And let me tell you, when I was
You do
walking
that
with Karen
anyway.
around, she actually did that. She would walk by people, if she saw something like a suit or something she liked, or they were wearing something she liked, or whatever, she would say, hey, that's a nice suit, or hey, how you doing? She would walk by people, and this is how she engaged with people. And so she nudged Denise to do it, and then we actually lost Denise for a while. Then we went looking for her. We were like,
She
where'd
was
she
in the
go?
hangar.
She's in the back of a
She's
plane,
the plane.
probably.
No.
In the back of the plane with the captain.
No, but there was a guy trying to get Karen. There was a guy trying to get Karen.
If
Hey.
this,
Got a job. I own a plane. She's like, that's all you needed to say. Or
We-
he has no teeth.
we
can't
walked up.
dress. Who cares?
We walked up on a plane, and it said, do not step. And this guy's sitting on the wing of the plane. And Karen says, you're just going to sit there on the wing of the plane? He goes, yeah, it's my plane. Forget about it. He spent the next 30 minutes trying to get her in that plane.
Yeah, right?
if this jet plane's a rocking,
He
don't
said it to
bother
the wrong
knocking.
one. He should have said it to her. I heard you at plane. Okay, sweetheart, can I sit?
Denise was doing great on her own.
She did.
I was an experiment. I was her experiment, and it
Yes.
worked.
And we walked up, and I was going to say hi to her, but I saw her talking to the guy, so I was like, no, I don't want him to feel all weird, so I just walked right by her. I just kind of nodded like, hey.
And then what
good.
about if I may, at the very end, how does that work? Did she get a number, or how do you
Well, ask Denise.
Ask Denise, I don't speak like that about my friends.
But it's good to have. It's good to have. If you're a guy, it's good. If you have a guy, it's good to have a female wingman too. And if you're a
Plenty
girl,
of men
it's good to
swipe
have a
right
male
on
swing.
All these
wingman.
I actually
conversations
agree.
happening
Because
one at a time.
Because like if somebody's bothering her, she looks at me and I'm there. So I go up to there.
Yeah, I stood just enough away
you know.
where they knew I was with her, but I'm not with
He
her.
was chaperoning.
Yeah.
I was chaperoning.
Right, straight up like a pimp. My man. He's all like, you like
No,
the
like,
ladies?
you know, and so
Oh, listen,
I'm
if I was
talking to
single, it'd have been
somebody,
a
I
different
give,
story.
like,
There
if
was
I'm
nobody
if
talking
I'm
to her.
with Denise, I'll give her a wink. Like,
Who you
give
trying
her
to talk to,
respect,
fool?
you know?
You know, it's a different story.
Wingman's important. You guys are right. Very
It is.
important.
I think it
It
is.
is. And it's also important to go by
I think
yourself.
For girls, I don't know about guys.
You should
though.
go by yourself as well.
And that for me, going, like, I've learned to go to places by myself
Not
because
me.
I have
Yes.
a fear factor of my safety being compromised or anything like that. But it also had to boil down to having self-esteem. And so, I mean, having the self-esteem and the confidence of also realizing, is anyone looking at me like, why is she by herself or whatever? But I've come to just really say, I'm here to have a cocktail. I'm here to enjoy everything just like everyone
Start
else.
doing that. I can't do that.
But I've learned to do that.
Always used to traveling with, you know me. I was always used to traveling with an entourage.
Right. Always.
But you have to, and,
Yeah.
and I get what you're saying, because when I speak with my clients, so that's one of the exercises I give them, that they have to go to, and I make them go to a happy hour time, to sit at the bar. I don't want you to get a table. I want you to go by yourself, no friends. Take your phone, and I need you to put it in your purse, or you put it down if you're,
Yeah,
if
otherwise
you're
you're
a
on the
gentleman.
phone the whole
I don't
time.
even want you looking at the phone. I want you to making eye contact with the person. Oh my God, people are looking
What
at me.
bar? Like a Ruth Chris or like what are we talking
No,
about? What-
any
It
bar.
could be a Ruth
Runways,
Chris. It could be
meatballs and martini day.
a local sports
more.
pub. It's whatever you feel
Those are
comfortable
best
in. Whatever you want to attract and where you feel comfortable in.
So Diamond
But-
Dolls is out of the question?
So what?
Diamond Dolls is out
Well,
of
the
the
girls are
question.
friendly.
It's a gentleman's
there,
club.
You know, it's cut to the chase. You
The
know what I mean?
hideaway.
We're
the
just
hideaway.
not going to address that, Joe. But that is one.
Everybody
that's
loves
one
you
of
there.
the exercise. One of the exercises that you need to do and make that connection.
I gotta try it.
It's really important. And then when they say to me, "Oh, like you said, oh, but are people looking at me?" or I'm by myself. Listen,
Oh,
they're not
poor-
paying
poor
your bills.
her.
Who cares?
Don't I think you're?
They're
don't,
not paying your
don't you think
bills.
you're a weirdo?
Who
You know,
cares?
no. So let me tell you, I got to say this because my wife and I have this conversation a lot because I have no problem. I'm very comfortable with myself. I can go to the movies by myself. I can go to a bar by myself. I don't care. But my wife, as long as we've been together 19 years, and she still is like, I can't go to a bar and sit by myself. And I'm always telling her, go sit by yourself, enjoy it. If I'm out of town, I'm like, go sit down, have a drink, and enjoy yourself. You know what I mean? And I think it is important because how can you really expect someone to be really comfortable with you if you can't be comfortable with yourself? Now, for my wife, I'm comfortable with her, but you know, after 19 years, I'm very comfortable with her. But still, the fact that she has that uncomfortability kind of bothers me.
Well,
So
she's
I'm like,
used to
listen,
going with
should be
you
able to do
everywhere
that.
too. That's why.
Yeah, I guess, but
Who's
even
John?
before
we have
that,
a John on the
We
phone.
have a John on the line.
oh,
John?
John Garzone?
Is he dating?
No, John
That's-
Garzone is
I'm
actually
in.
plays. John Garzone plays the main villain in the squad.
Oh,
Okay.
So
he's a pop-up. Okay, then.
he's a pop-up. He's a little bit late,
So
but
worse has he done in dating?
I don't know. So John, listen, John's single, and he'll be there. You can meet him. John, I'm sorry, I'm hooking you up, and you're not even.
Can
know.
Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you perfectly,
A
man.
little bit.
Well, here's what I got to say about that subject, and I'll make it short and sweet. I spent the majority of my 45 years on this earth chasing it, then learning how to maintain it, and now trying to figure out how to recoup afterwards. So, pretty much
Nice.
my
Circle
take
of
on
life.
all of that.
Absolutely.
The circle of life, John.
Circle of dating life.
A circle of dating life.
Relationship.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
John, thank you so much for calling in. We were talking about the movie premiere that's screening that's coming up, and I know that Kenny will talk quite a bit about the show itself. And what role did you play in the movie?
So I play El Chicano. He's more the main protagonist there, where Kenny and Juan's characters are the main detectives trying to find their way up to finding the main guy I happen to be playing. And he's a pretty sick, twisted guy. He's pretty much lost in all that ritual, sacrificial stuff. And it's just it's a little bit twist on the same narco story. The only difference is this one has a little bit of like added truth flavor to it, because you had a very similar scenario that took place, in the 80s in Houston, and then also, one of the things that I really like about this film, as opposed to other films that are in the same genre, is that it, there's a whole new approach to it. Like, I don't want to give too much away, but there's some
there's some montages there where you see the detectives, really doing what detectives really do, and it reminds me more of like a boiler room, like a sales office, where the guys are just, hitting those phones and bringing their prospects in and getting them to sign on the line that is dotted.
Nice.
Well, actually, we appreciate you calling in. We look forward to seeing you this evening, Friday night. We're showing a picture of you, and we look to doing a red carpet interview. Thank you so much for dialing in, and we look forward to seeing you.
We'll see you later.
We'll see you later.
We'll see you later,
All right,
brother.
you guys have a good one.
Thank you.
All right, John.
All right, bye.
So,
He was handsome.
he was very handsome.
There
Yes.
That was an easy sell.
No, Denise likes Tyler.
Oh,
So we're gonna hook up Karen.
Whatever. Buy one, get one.
No, I'm not. I'm not hooking up Karen.
Buy one,
Sorry.
Get one free.
But,
How long is it gonna be in?
I have to say that from the premise and everything, we are all built to have relationships. We are not built to, endure a life where we don't have someone to communicate with. And I feel bad for those that say that they don't. And I really do hope, that people have an opportunity to realize that that is important in your life. It's part of your development. It's part of your growth to have a relationship, no matter anything. I mean,
Absolutely.
you need to have that.
I got
And
a
what you
question.
go ahead.
Do you get? Because you have so much to say about dating and how to date, how to. But you're also a relationship coach.
Yes.
So, do you have more clients that are single, or do you have more clients that are relationships? And the clients that are single that get into a relationship, how long do you coach them through that relationship, or do you?
I have more clients that are single than in relationships. And I think more when people have like those strong issues in relationships, they tend to seek maybe like more of a psychologist, or they go, like a counselor.
You got to
or
break
something
old
like that.
habits. That's for sure.
That's absolutely,
Yeah.
and that's sad is that people they want to be in relationships, but they don't want to adjust and work towards a
Right.
relationship, because every relationship is work. And a lot of people, I think, as older as you get, what they say, it's my way, and that's it, or the highway. And then that's really sad, because you end up just, what do they call it? Wash, rinse, repeat, wash,
Like a
rinse,
cycle,
because
yeah.
they don't want to work on a relationship.
called insanity,
It's
doing the
it's
same
insanity.
thing,
You're doing the crazy thing over and over instead of working on a relationship, and it's really sad.
But
it
some
really is.
people
And
got-
again, people become disposable.
Right. Some people got to realize though when it's not going to work. That's
Well,
a lot
yeah,
of people, a lot of people
absolutely.
hang on too long and
Yes.
like look for the good.
Yeah.
So I don't even want to say it, but I think that's what's happening with somebody I know. You just hang.
Well, you
on,
better be.
know?
Sometimes it's after, stay with the one that you know than the devil you don't.
Yeah, but it's like
That happens a lot. You get
Yeah,
comfortable and you're
I
willing to
think
put up with it.
and the long
Yeah.
distance thing is hard.
Yeah, I'm not a long distance
There's actually a
person.
I don't
Spanish
believe in
phrase
long
for that.
distance.
So it's amor de leo, amor de pe.
Pepe.
Can I say that? I don't think I can say
No,
that. It's
I
a
don't
curse
think you
word,
can.
right? Yeah.
It's not
Oh,
a curse.
okay.
Well, it's kind of like just
Kind
saying
of is.
dummy.
Oh yeah.
It's not a,
Like
it's not a
good
curse.
like
Yeah,
good
it's not a
mood
curse.
don't
Amor de
condemn?
leo, amor de pendejo. That's
Yeah.
like, it's like if our love is a stupid love.
Yeah. So I do, when I've had clients ask me about long distance relationships, I mean, if they want to work on them, we'll work on them. But I always tell them I don't believe in long distance relationships, because at some point it's very hard. And I've been in a long distance relationship.
expensive.
Yeah. And it's not even that. It's just
Yeah.
at some point someone has to make a move if you really want to make that work.
Yeah. I mean, we
Yeah.
went to this place in Tampa called Burns Steakhouse.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
Of course you did. So, we ate a couple of appetizers, a couple of dinners, like $250, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Then we go have dessert. There's another room for dessert.
Yeah.
Bananas Foster and 2 coffees, like $100.
Yeah.
Oh, $100 for dessert.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm just starting to go out with you. I've known you for 3 years.
Oh.
Joe,
Oh, that's terrible.
You can't be like that.
Oh,
You
my
can't be cheap like
goodness.
that.
If you
can't
want
be cheap.
romance, you got to
don't
pay
get
in
that
advance,
treatment
okay?
anymore.
I'm just saying.
We had an
He's used to the
excellent-
diamond
we had an
doll
excellent-
girls.
We had a really nice
For
nice time.
$100, this girl washed the van. You know what I mean?
But relationships, good relationships, take work. People think like, my relationship's perfect. There's no work. I want that fantasy
But it
relationship.
takes work from both sides.
From both sides.
Yeah.
One person
I don't
cannot
feel
keep
like
it
I'm
together.
getting it.
Believe
Absolutely.
me, I know that.
I think
Absolutely.
We could
people
talk
are
a whole show about
delusional.
this. I got to talk to you alone about this. I'm
people
gonna
are
probably get
delusional
killed.
when
I'm
they're
gonna
in a
probably get
long-term
killed for
relationship,
this
thinking that
conversation.
time Yeah, I've been with my wife for
There's
5
gonna be a hit on
years.
Joe.
Meanwhile, you guys don't get along, and this is just endless.
Or they think, we don't have to date anymore. We've been in a
wrong.
relationship
Right,
for
right,
whatever,
right.
this long.
Or
you
right,
have
you
to,
don't wear any makeup anymore. You don't smell. What
Yeah.
happened to perfume and what have you?
Exactly.
It goes
A
both
woman-
ways.
Yeah, it goes both ways. You still each of you
go
have to
both
still
ways.
take care of how you are physically, still romance her. She also needs to reciprocate and make sure that she's making her man feel like a man and feel good and
Right.
make him feel you are
And
doing
not be
thank you
camera
and
shy
thanking
like the
him.
rest of them, and just document everything just in case you leave. You know what I mean?
And just thanking him for what he does for the for her, the family, or so it is work. No matter. I mean, my parents have been married. They're going to be married this month, 59 years.
Sounds like a prison sentence. It's so funny. You know exactly how long you've
Oh
been.
my
in.
God.
That's 2 mortgages.
Listen,
Like, how long
believe
you
me.
Two
been in?
30-year
19
mortgages.
years.
Oh my gosh, a lot of up and downs. But my dad still to this day brings my mom flowers.
No, that's
goes and she says,
blessing.
"I want a soup," and that man.
It's not like that
hobbling
anymore.
will go get her a
It's
soup
not
for
like
lunch.
that anymore. I will call you an Uber. You can go get your own soup. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
I don't know.
those are little things that matter.
My grandfather said to me, let me tell you something. You gotta have your wife and you gotta have your girlfriend. Because your girlfriend, she always happy to see you.
Was
the
he
wife,
the Puerto
she
Rican
not always happy.
grandfather?
No
Yeah.
comment.
I think that's in every
That's a
culture.
different show. That's a different show. Latino men show.
Gumar.
Yeah, the gumat.
The Gumar.
I love my Latino men, but
One of the things that I find interesting when you're after 40 and you're dating,
Yes.
okay, and it could change after 50, whole different dynamic. After 60, another dynamic.
Yeah.
And I think men have more dynamics in their heads than they have than women when it comes to aging and dating. But when you're really wanting to define who you're compatible with, you have to really evaluate your own personality, your own values, your own goals. And one of the things that's important is, lifestyle. Are you compatible in the lifestyle department?
absolutely.
And are you ready to handle it? Because some people want to jump right in, but they haven't figured out their own luggage issues yet.
Yes. Oh, Denise knows luggage.
I'm going to say something. If you meet somebody, right?
Yes.
And that spark is there.
Mm-hmm.
Little things you could work out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
If
Yeah, if he doesn't know
Listen,
how to
as
dress,
long
dress
as it's-
him. He's missing a tooth.
No,
Put a tooth-
no.
No, as
I'm
long
not
as
talking
it's
about
not
that.
toxic, as long as it's not, those huge
What, a little
red,
heroin? What are you judging me?
I mean,
what?
like, it's-
those
A little-
huge
little-
red
you
flags,
have to be
that we
honest.
can
You
talk
You
about.
have to be honest with the person right up front, right away when you meet them. Like,
What are you talking about? First
Yeah, like the
date? I mean,
fentanyl.
you don't need to put
You
your
gotta
life
tell
on
him
the
on the
first
first and second
date.
date about the fentanyl.
If
It's
you
all,
really
it's all
like
Joe wants
somebody
to know.
and you have a little bit of a past, when do you bring that up?
Actually, that is a very good
That
conversation.
is a good idea.
It's
Because
a great
if you don't
I've
tell them,
encountered that.
When
Shut
you
up,
tell
Nico.
them, when you
Shut
tell
up,
them you're a
Nico.
sexual predator.
no, listen, that happened to me. That happens to me. Let me be honest with you. In regards to my given name, my real name is Michael, and I go by Nico. Now,
Okay.
if I start dating you, by the third date, I'm all like, "Hey, Karen, by the way, I wanted to tell you my real name is Michael. You had a fit and said that I lied to you the
Yeah.
last 3
Guess
days,
she's a
and
psycho.
you took off."
That's a cycle.
That actually should have been told to her before you took her out on the
That
first
only
date
because
and you
I
made the
lost, like,
connection.
you know what I mean? I lost like a flock of them. You know what I mean? They flocked away.
That should have been, hey, I go by Nico by my stage name, but my
Right,
real
but
name is
nobody
Michael.
even knows. Like you, nobody on the show knew.
I
that.
knew.
Oh, it's like, oh, yeah.
I didn't know.
You know
This is
what's
the first
funny?
time. I feel lied to,
Hit me on
Nico.
the DM, Denise. Oh, sorry.
I feel lied to, Nico. You did my sister's wedding. You didn't
Oh,
even
yes,
know your
I
name.
did.
I feel lied to.
I
That's
tend
it.
to
We're
date
breaking
a lot
up.
of people that I know too, so like I don't have to really go back
Really?
and
I don't
No,
think
it's
where I
No,
eat.
but I do believe the first at least
like
the
double
first and
dipping.
second date, they should be light dates.
Feel out, right.
Just kind of getting to know each other. And if you're going to go on a third date, that there is some strong chemistry that you want to continue dating.
Yeah.
And then you got to kind
If
of,
it's third date, you must like them a little
yeah,
bit.
But
you
what
like
if-
them.
what
And
if
then
you
you
were
kind of like
promiscuous
can
on
go
the
ahead and
second date?
start saying things, So listen, we all have a past, no matter if it's big or little, we all have a past. It's just a matter of when we're going to lay it out to the person.
Well, now there's Google, so there's really
And now there's
Well,
Google.
Just research them. Be like, yep,
Yeah,
you were
research.
arrested
No,
for
my
what?
my friends love me. I go, girl, just give me his first name. That's all I need, and I'll find the blood type on him.
Oh my God, look at her around, Karen.
good now on Google. Everything's
Oh my
good.
God, he owns the castle. You better get in there quick.
So, one of the things that, Joe, you mentioned that's very interesting is the fact that, when do you come out with telling certain truths?
Mm-hmm.
And, if you have a colorful past, and I think that
It is very colorful.
It is very colorful. And I have
whimsical.
to actually
Depends on
respect
the
the
state
situation,
uniform.
Michael.
They spelled it wrong. What am I from? From Miami?
Michelle.
AEL. AEL.
So one of the things that I think was very interesting is the fact that, when do you share your last name? If you're doing, dating online, because you have some sort of handle or you just your first name or whatever the case is, at what point do you share your last name?
Before you go on a date, you should really have first, last name, and you should have their phone number.
Everything is fake. Everything.
For women, because I don't think men don't think about that. We're like, you don't need your last name when we're going to go on a date.
At least, I say for both men and women, because you never know, and that's kind of like you're generalizing that listen, equal opportunity here. It's just like there's crazy men, there's crazy women.
Ahora you want equal opportunity?
Are you kidding me?
That's a good question.
So going back to what you're saying, though, I agree that there should be an exchange of a last name and a phone number, because just by a phone number you can find out a world of information.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, though, I have to give credit to a situation where the person doesn't share their name, but they say, I would rather tell you about me in person.
Yes.
You got props to that.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
Have you ever felt
John
that?
Wayne Gacy used that line.
What about after they told you in person you wanted to leave?
I got a couple of bodies.
You
in
have
the
the
trunk
right to
if we
leave.
gotta
You
tell that
absolutely,
in person.
and always make sure that first date, because again, we're saying the majority of people are meeting online. Let's just say 75%. Make sure it is a public place. You are in a public place. You do not have him Uber you. You do not have him pick you up. You meet there in a public place. So if you want to get up,
judgmental if the girl is promiscuous, perhaps on the first or second date? Are you judgmental? Like, we're old, and you know what I mean. We're older.
What is she looking for?
Well,
You're both adults. What are you looking
She wanted
for?
to eat at the restaurant there.
Listen,
what is she looking for? Something casual to hook up? That's to each its own. To each their
but
own.
how should we digest that as men?
How?
I just
No, what I'm saying, did you do that with everybody you're trying to get a free sandwich from? You know what I mean? Am I lucky that I spin the wheel and I won? Or is it I just happened to see you on a Thursday?
I got this one. Hold on a
Go,
second.
go.
I got this one.
Denise says she
I got that.
this.
So this is my take. Listen, you're both adults, number one. Number two, if it turns out that it's just instant chemistry, all right then and there, it should be a tip-off that there really is no sense of perhaps a next time.
Right.
Ooh.
If I really like
Okay.
you,
Well, if the hammer time is really
So-
on time.
Hit it, quit it,
He's
she
right.
won't forget
There
it.
you go, and that's
There's
from a
the
man's
answer.
mouth.
What did Joe say?
Listen up, ladies.
if I really like you, I'm not going to try to have sex with you. The
No,
first time
exactly
we go
right.
out. Yeah.
But let's say
Absolutely.
she was promiscuous and she's like, Joe, listen, I love you. I like you so much. I want you to blah, blah.
Then you hit it, quit it, and they don't forget it.
No.
That's love bombing.
This is what I would say to her. Listen, I'd like to get to know you a little better. That's all. Because then that's going to turn me off. Actually, if I go.
What do you
out
mean?
with
You swiped right, Joe. What do you need
listen,
to know?
I agree.
Yeah, but you went to the extreme where you're saying, I love you, Joe. I'm crazy about you. She's just love bomb Joe.
Yeah.
And Joe's going to call me and I'm say, Joe, out.
See
She
ya.
just gave you a huge
way,
red flag.
way back when I was single. That's true. If a girl gave it up, listen. What I've always learned, if you have something valuable, you don't give it up easily, right? So if the girls gave it up easily, then guess what? You know what? It's not that valuable.
And then what about the
Well,
girls
hold
that
on a
do-
second. Well, hold on.
What about if...
Just hold on. I think there's both sides here. Both have to have ownership. Okay, and to me,
But
when
I
you
know
make
what-
that decision,
I know what you're saying, Denise.
if you're going to make a decision to know that it's really more of a physical thing than a emotional thing,
Right.
well then you own it.
You could
Just
right.
own
You
it. There's
could
no
tell-
walk of shame. You're both adults.
You can tell at that moment, this isn't going
I
to
got
be.
a key.
This isn't going to be
right?
anything good.
If
This
my
is going
key
to be a
opens
booty
every
call
door,
once in a while.
It's a good key. If you got a lock and any key can open it, it's not a good lock.
No, I disagree.
Well, you know what?
I hope ladies are listening to this, ladies.
Yeah,
Two
this
men have
is
just
true.
said
I need
this.
both of you guys answered on this. If you're looking on one of these sites and you see the girls' pictures and stuff, right? I think personally, before you go on a date, you should do a video call with them to see.
Yes.
if
of
course.
Really, those
You
guys.
absolutely
could,
can.
catfish
Because
you.
some of them don't look
Yes.
like those pictures.
Take them to the
Absolutely.
pool,
Catfish.
throw them in so you know what they look like without
You
makeup.
absolutely can. And a lot.
That would not be good.
And a lot, yes, you should do a video call and make sure it's that person.
Yeah.
But remember, a lot has changed. Like let's say when you're talking on the phone, like at least Denise, like for women, Denise and I, we're in the public eye. We're public figures. All you have to do is go on our Instagram, and you're going to hear us talk. You're going to see our faces.
Right.
You're going to be like, oh, that is what she looks like. But for the average person who's not in the spotlight
You
like
can tell
that.
some of the pictures with the filters on it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that filter thing's
Yeah.
pretty
I've become a
crazy.
spy. I can pick it out like
And then
Yeah.
easily.
And then what about in regards to, let's say, the fake amenities? Let's say you'd ask me what I like in a girl. I like you to be clean, and I would like you to have your real hair. So how do you, and then the girls are like, oh, and there's like this gray area, the fake eyelashes.
I didn't realize those were amenities.
fake.
What do you? What do you?
What are you dating a resort?
Amenity?
Listen, you got to be politically correct on this show.
Continental breakfast is an amenity. Free parking. Free parking and free
Anyway,
free parking. Free parking.
Show me your amenities.
When I'm looking for a hotel to stay at, I look at the amenities. Free.
But you would know, Nico, from looking at her photos before you swipe left or right that she has, fake eyelashes, maybe not hair.
Yeah, I'm saying the hair's a deal breaker.
You know. I mean, does she have good extensions? I mean, there's quality extensions. Those are the ones you just clip in that you get from Walgreens,
Was it stapled or glued?
That's what I'm trying to say. It's this whole thing. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'd rather had you be bald.
Listen to me.
Amenities are
I
important.
want so badly to set him up with my friend. I just can't.
I actually dated someone on one night.
It herself.
It might work just because you think it won't.
Yeah, I'm getting the bald chick.
Listen, I actually went on a date where the man
he was
had.
bald?
What do you call them?
A
weave? Weave?
He had a
transvestite.
A hairpiece.
No, he had
toupee.
No,
it unbelievable.
sounds like.
The implants.
No, he had
Plugs.
Hair plugs.
Extensions.
Oh, dear God. He had extensions?
He was unbelievable.
Penis? Wait, he had a penis extension?
Hair extensions. Okay.
He had long hair and had extensions in the back of,
Get
from
the
his neck down to his shoulders.
Okay.
And I just thought it was hysterical. We're going to go to commercial and pick up on the hair extensions with men.
Did you get the free meal or did you go? Are we going to
I
commercial?
got a free meal. I don't know, but my experience was that I never thought men do that, but
What do you want to be in an 80s?
Do all kinds of weird things.
Did he want to be in an 80s rock group or something?
That's what I was
had a
thinking.
mullet?
Like, when was this, Denise?
He had a mullet.
Like in the 90s?
He had a mullet.
He was Generation X.
He had a weave mullet.
I mean, like,
Did she stay for the free
Billy Ray
ticket?
Cyrus era?
How did you meet this rock star?
Online.
Online.
Oh.
David
Did
Lee
he
Roth.
catfished you?
Before or after? Are we going to commercial?
Now, we're going to go to commercial break, everyone. Stay tuned to find out.
All right, check it out. Stay right where you are. The Sixth Borough, baby. Things are getting crazy. Quick shout out to everybody who's single. We don't even know what's going on. The Sixth Borough. Let's go. Yalla Bali guys!
RD Promo is the premier source of unique and captivating promotional products. Whether you need gifts for trade shows, corporate giveaways, holidays, or something in between, RD Promo is committed to the best services and products for our clients. Our expert account representatives are committed to your satisfaction and are prepared to help you find the promotional bags, gift items, and products you need. Our compelling corporate gifts meet high-quality standards and are designed to work for every budget. RD Promo makes promoting your business affordable, efficient, and fun. We work with high-end clients, advertising, and marketing firms alike to craft successful marketing campaigns for brands. Small businesses, major corporations, and multinational Fortune 500 companies have trusted us for their promotional product needs. Call 1-855-915-7377 or visit our website at rdpromo.com.
The Hideaway of Palm Beach. Free food all night from our gourmet kitchen. Drink and dance specials all night. Exclusive private VIP rooms. Top shelf bottle specials. The Hideaway Palm Beach. Come meet our top-notch bartenders and servers. And of course, the most beautiful entertainers in Palm Beach. The Hideaway. Palm Beach's hidden gem. The secret is out. The Hideaway Palm Beach. Located at 1152 Old Okeechobee Road, West Palm Beach. Open 4 p.m. to 5 a.m. 7 days a week. The Hideaway of Palm Beach.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the sexiest place to be every Friday night, the Sixth Borough. South Florida's true oldies radio station, also on Spotify, Odyssey, and iHeartRadio. Quick shout out to our sponsors, Pizza Rica, Fat Pickle, and Hideaway. We have an incredible co-host. Give it up for Mag Job Kenny, Joe Rubo. My name is Nico. Make some noise for the beautiful Denise Cassell.
Welcome back, everyone. Wow, what a great conversation we've had in this show, going down all kinds of different ways and aisles about dating, swiping left, swiping right,
Amenities.
hair weaves, amenities, this, that, and the other thing. I mean, just crazy stuff. But this is what we're about in this portion of our show. It's the lifestyle show, and this is really great topics. But at the end of the day, we want to give you some nuggets of education and information to run with, and maybe even give you some encouragement to go out and schmingle.
Knowledge.
And do some
Wear
schmingle.
But don't wear
medium shirt
medium.
and schmingle.
Yeah, you got to wear a medium and go schmingle. That's what you got to do. But going back to everything that I left off saying that I did go on a date and the person had extensions in the back of the hair, kind of like a David Cassidy look. And I was very thrown off. Like, my hair is real. This is all me, you know, so.
Thank God.
I'm
She's
just
not
very
with having
blessed.
someone
I hear
with
bells.
a weave mullet.
I'm very, very blessed. Yeah, we have someone jingling in the bells in the back. But anyway,
Somebody's jingling in the
we're gonna move on to Karen, who is our dating and coach specialist for the Sixth Borough, the lifestyle portion of this show. And we want to talk about going back and what are red flags and what are green flags. Right? Is that what we want to really kind of like in the next 20 minutes? Let's just talk about that.
I want to hear this.
I think it's important. I want to bring up the topic of in dating, red flags, and dating and relationships, red flags and green flags. Because everyone always focuses just on the red flags. But, you know, red flags, I mean, it's a sign of a person having an unhealthy relationship, of a problematic partner. And those, we tend to kind of, especially in the beginning, put on our little rose-colored glasses and oversee them. You know, and as time goes on, they become those red flags. But a lot of us focus on that. But we also should also be looking for green flags in relationships, because everyone always tends to look for the bad. But let's just kind of like say what red flags are. Does anyone know like what some red flags are, like right off the bat? I only brought a few because I didn't want to focus so much on that. I want to kind of go into the green flags.
Perhaps they had a probation officer. That might be a red flag.
Why?
Hey, Karen, I want to meet you tonight, but I got a probation officer.
why?
Can I meet you tomorrow?
When Karen
that a
sees
red
red
flag?
flags, she's like, "Hey, look, a carnival."
Why's that got to be a red flag?
Look,
Nico?
the color red is so beautiful.
So
I'm
pretty.
asking. It's not a red flag for me. A little, you know.
What
I
is
mean?
a red flag?
Okay,
It is
so let's
a good
just go over a
question.
few, okay?
Yeah, let's go over a few.
Yeah, so you know, like I said, a red flag is an early sign of an unhealthy relationship that's happening, toxic, unhealthy
Kenny,
partner.
you're squeaking. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you're squeaking.
No, that's not me.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. You're shaking. I don't know, but we got squeaking going on. I just saw a squirrel. I digress. Go ahead. My
Okay.
bad.
So one of the,
ADD.
I'm just going to go over a few red flags. Like,
is
does
WD-40.
anyone know any red flags? Nico, no jokes.
Yes, I know red flags, of course.
Okay.
The eyes, you see the crazy in their eyes when you meet them. You're like, "Oh."
Okay, but let's talk about love bombing.
Yes, that's it.
Like
that?
that's one of the biggest red flags.
Is that a
Like
slang or is that a real term?
that is a real term.
Which is what?
Love bombing. Okay, it's love bombing is when like a partner becomes, say, they give you in the beginning. Okay, like first, second, third date, they give you excessive attention, excessiveness of gifts. They're just really doting on you, so they're trying to almost take you to a level of down, which usually that, and I know a lot of people use the word narcissistic. It's thrown around too quick,
much, yeah.
too much these days. But that
loosely.
is loosely. But that is one huge sign of a person is a narcissist, because they're trying to get you into that world and then they get you down into their trap, basically. So that's huge love bombing. It shouldn't. Yes, you should be getting attention. Yes, you should be giving attention to women. Or well, women have done it to men too, and you know you also should be getting it. But kind of see, is it over time? Is it happening, or is it like all at once because they're trying to get you?
How do you find
You
a
know.
balance, though? How do you find
it's
the balance
simple.
of
You don't
of
overdo it.
You
of
don't overdo it.
doing it
Yeah.
and underdoing it? Where's the line?
Well, I mean, if you say they're investing like immediately into you, feelings, emotions, I love you, you're the one, immediately, you know that they're love bombing you. And that's going to be
There's
a
no
big,
truth.
big red flag. There's
There
no
you go.
truth. There's no truth. So that's a huge one. That's a huge one. The biggest one that you should always look out.
Love bomb.
Look out. Love bomb. Absolutely. When they're telling you I love you on the first, second date, you're like, you don't know me. How could you be in love with me? So
Yeah,
that's
Full
a
of it in
huge
my
one.
DMs.
Yeah. And it's also almost a form of manipulation in the end of the day.
I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
That's a big one. How about gaslighting? Do you guys know what gaslighting is?
When you blame
Pump the
everybody
brakes.
No,
else.
it's when you're like let's say you say, "Man, I need to get this money," and someone goes, "You know, you don't want this money." They gaslighted you into not believing you wanted the money.
No, is that true? That's not it.
That's not true.
That's
I think
not me. Tell
you
me.
do that to
Tell
your
me.
wife,
No.
Kenny.
I do.
That was the Puerto Rican version.
gaslighting
You
is
know
like
you don't wanna go on a trip.
Say I say something. I say something to you like, I'm not happy with the way this is going, and then you turn it around and make it like it's my fault.
And then, exactly. And then I
Yeah.
take it and I make it into an emotional manipulation. I tell you, well, Joe, that's not true. I never said that. Or Joe, well, you know what? You're being a little sensitive.
Right.
That's gaslighting. You're kind of putting the blame on the other person.
No, gaslighting, that means you're covering something up too, doesn't it? in a way?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And
right.
it is. It's manipulation.
Yeah.
So that's another one that you should be looking
Right.
out for. So, is there anyone else that you guys that you've heard of before I go on?
Another red flag is gas, period.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on
Sorry,
because there's always jokes here. Okay.
Sorry.
How
He wasn't
about
joking, though. That's
okay?
the
How
lobby.
about when someone responds negatively or poorly when you take time away from them?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm single. I'm not dealing with any of that nonsense.
What do you-
Get out of here.
example?
I don't have time for that.
Okay, so like every relationship needs individual time. You need
Absolutely.
You
Yes.
need your
Yes.
time. You
Absolutely.
need time
You
with
need
your
to love
friends.
yourself. How are you going to love me? Let's be honest. Those people that jump from relationships to relationships, those people have issues. You need to be by yourself, focus by yourself, find out who you are, and that's how it goes.
Absolutely. And once you're in a relationship, you still need Nico time. You need Nico
Absolutely.
and friends time, and then you need couple time.
100%.
And you need Michael time too.
He only comes out on the midweek.
All right, no jokes.
Sorry.
So like if the person gets really upset, pouts, gets angry at that, that they're trying to again manipulate you and manipulate your time. So that's a huge
A lot
one
of women
as well.
do that with sex. Once you have relations with them, then they want like a prize at the end. Not it's random, but they would like a gift, and it's like
Well, they feel more invested now.
Well, I'm just saying, I made love to you, what have
That's
you.
more of a
you
gift
it
for a
seemed
guy.
equal, what have you. We both high-fived, and then all of a sudden you were like, oh, I don't know, buy me a necklace. And you're like, oh, okay.
I just feel like I've been used for 19 years now. I'm leaving.
I know, right? Kenny's wife was like, buy me a house, buy me a ring, buy me a car. He's like, is this right?
She's at the event right now, so she's not listening, so I
Oh
can
my
talk.
gosh. Oh my god. All right, and then another one is a person who, out of both partners, everything revolves around only one of the partners. They don't care what you say. They don't care what you're feeling. They don't care what you want to do. They'll cut you off when you're talking. Everything is just about them.
And their family.
And their usually, yeah.
I like
Just
to date
everything
people
is
with no
about them.
family.
What their life is, their family, their job, their life, and it doesn't matter. So what ends up happening is the other person eventually is going to be very resentful towards you.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
because you've not validated them. You have not created value around them. In relationships, you do need to establish balance and
boundaries.
And boundaries. You really do. And do you do that on the first date? No. Do you do it on the third, fourth? No. It's an evolution of time.
Yes.
But the question is, how much time do you want to put into that?
Yeah.
So
Right.
caution to those red flags as soon as possible.
Yes.
Actually, for me, if I hear a response to something that perhaps we're talking about, or there's a spike in the conversation that was uncalled for, that's an alert for me.
Absolutely. And a lot of people, and that's because you've healed and you've worked on yourself
That's
and
right.
you know to look for those things and be alerted to that. But a lot of people, we tend, like I said, those rose-colored glasses that we tend to say, oh, let me make that excuse because, oh, she had a hard day. Oh, well, he's not doing good and he's not. We're always trying to make those excuses. Like we're afraid of saying, no, this is our boundary. This is how we feel because of losing that person. And don't ever be afraid, because if you lose that person is not for you.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are like just some of like the top red flags that, that always happen like with my clients, and that I see that are always the ones that are always happening within that you should really be looking out for. But how about green flags? Because a lot of people don't like to look for green flags, and you should look when you're dating someone. Don't just look for the red flags. Be alerted to the green flags. Yeah. Exactly. So be alerted to the green flags, and some of those are treating each other as equals. You should not belittle the person that you're with. You should not make them feel less than you. You are equals.
Absolutely.
Taking time to calm down, like when you're upset. If you're in a relationship and you guys have a blowout, instead of saying things that you may regret or taking steps that you may regret, take the step back, and wow, he or she took the time out to say, you know what, I need a time out. I need to compose myself. I need to think through this, and then as adults, talk.
I actually agree with that 100%, and I live by this. I always say, because I grew up in a household where there was a lot of fighting. And so I didn't want to be in those arguments all the time. I didn't want to be in this. I didn't want to live that way. And so, you know, I've always grown up with this mentality that, you know what, everything can be discussed. It just has to be at the right time. So sometimes you have to identify. You know, I have to identify when my wife is getting to a point where, you know, the point of no return.
Yeah.
And she identifies when I'm getting there. And someone's like, listen, we're going to talk about this later because I'm upset, and we separate. And so I think it's very important. I don't think people understand how important it is to not discuss things when you're in the heat of anger because you're going to say things you don't mean.
Or say the truth.
I don't think it's the truth all the time. I think what happens is
that's why it hurts so much.
I think what happens is that when you're hurt about something, right, and you're so hurt, you don't feel that the person as hurt as you is as hurt as you, and so you tend to say things that are that much worse to try to make them feel the way you do, and it's not truth. It's just a painful thing that you know you can jab them with
to trigger them,
to trigger their pain, and then what ends up happening is you become in this battle, and now you've said things that you regret, and you and the other person are gonna always think that you felt that way. So I always say, and I tell this to a lot of my friends, look. When you start getting upset with your lady or your ladies, you see your ladies getting too smart, walk away. Say, listen, man, we're going to talk about this later.
Yeah,
and
that's
if
what I
they
do.
don't,
Something gets thrown at the back of my head.
listen.
But it's
We ain't the
smart.
wrong one.
And what you're saying is smart. But at least communicate,
Yeah.
hey, I need a timeout right now.
Yeah.
Just
You
don't
have to.
storm off. You need to say, I need a timeout right now to process this at this point.
Yeah, because, you know, you always have those moments where you get into an argument with somebody, and afterwards you're thinking, oh, man, I was wrong.
Yeah.
Or man, I shouldn't have said that. Don't get to that point. Walk away and say, let me get back, and you'll have that time to
And
think.
that's a level of maturity. And like you said, it's not just in the dating. You've been married for 19 years, and you guys have learned a relationship takes work, and it's a level of maturity.
Maturity,
Two things
100%
you can't get
understanding,
back.
being educated. Anybody who's yelling and screaming in the house, that's pure ignorance. I grew up like that. Italians yelling and screaming. I don't know what the hell they were yelling and screaming about. And then they would celebrate every chance they got. Everybody in the house is drinking and smoking. I'm like, guys, what exactly are we celebrating?
That's why we're Generation X.
Yeah. I'm like, what the heck is going on?
We had no
goals,
idea.
No nothing. I'm like, what the heck?
Yes.
Well, when I'm stressed, I just ask my girlfriend.
Back to
I
what
don't
you
have
said,
one.
though, Kenny.
I know you don't.
About calming down. They say there's two things you can't take back: a stone once it's thrown, and a word once it's said. So you
And
gotta be
sometimes,
careful. what you say.
words hurt sometimes.
more than the stone.
Yeah, than the stone,
You
exactly.
can always
And
take
how
your
you say
green
it.
card back, though. I can
Yeah,
tell you that,
it's
Joe.
absolutely. Also, listening and understanding each other's feelings. That's huge as well. That's a good red flag. I mean, a good green flag, you know, when they say to you, you know, well, you may say, I don't understand you right now. I don't understand you, Kenny. I'm not, but tell me how you feel so I can understand you. And having them express that and try to at least understand them.
She looked me in the eyes when she said that. Just want you guys to know that.
I channeled his wife
I
through
think
my
that's his
eyes.
girlfriend. I think I just
my
found out
gosh.
what's going on
Found
here.
my new
Oh
girlfriend.
my gosh. Compromising
Matchmaker.
fairly. Relationships are about compromise. It can't go one way.
Right.
It can't just be one way. And making space for each other's family and friends. It can't just be one-sided.
Yeah.
That's huge as well.
Balanced time between family and
Absolutely
friends.
balanced time. And just really, you know, seeking satisfying mutual resolutions to conflicts.
So those green flags sound like green flags that are longevity flags. How do you identify some of these green flags at the first, let's say, 4 dates? First date, obviously, to me, I'm always going to say it's just like you guys with the rose-colored glasses. Second date, you're going to be a little bit more real. Third date, this is when you start looking for those green flags, and how do you identify them?
You do, and I think, to me, something huge is effort. You know, is for me when I'm dating, is the gentleman putting effort into those dates? Is he planning them correctly, or is it going to dribble off by the third? Oh, I don't know. Where do you want to go? I have no idea. Or is he actually going to still continue trying to make that for me? I am huge. That's why when in order to get me for a dating coach, you have to fill out like 40 questions, and if we connect, then
What if you leave something blank? You would.
I want to fill out the questionnaire.
because you have to be. I'm very old-fashioned. Like to me, it's huge to have the door opened.
I was gonna say open the door and all that.
Yes,
All right.
to pull out the chair. A lot of people don't do that, and I just see. I don't. Not that I can't do it, because I can certainly do it, but it's a sign of respect. It's a sign of old fashioned, you know. So
The man
just
should
certain
do
things
that
like
out of
this.
common sense, you know, supporting his lady.
But
and
some
treat you-
don't.
Well,
you
that's
know.
ignorance.
Still love chivalry like that, though?
But
I do.
Sometimes ignorance is innocent. Some of the guys you guys are with, you're like, you know something? This poor guy had no idea, dude. You know what I mean? Like, meanwhile, you're judging on the date, and then you're halfway through going, I don't know if he's got a little mental issue, rides a short bus that Denise used to drive, but there's something wrong with him. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, but I mean, you should know. Listen, I have a 14-year-old son, and that I have had him since that boy can open a door. He opens the door for his sister. He opens the door for me. He opens the door for a lady.
He's a gentleman. I hear you.
You teach, you know? So, I mean, if you're dating a 50-something-year-old man or a 60-something-year-old man and they can't open the door.
No, it's a deal breaker.
That's why younger women like older guys nowadays.
Yes.
Because this generation, they don't know anything about that.
And I think a lot has to do with how they're raised. Like me, I'm very on my son. He's 14. He knows. Like, oh my gosh, I have to let a lady come off the elevator, be the first one on, or he is. Oh, like I said, until he was probably 8 years old, he could probably. You know, his little self could open doors.
Way you brought up.
He was opening the doors.
But kids are not brought up like that anymore.
Groceries for me.
Kids are not brought up like that anymore.
Yeah. So I think
did
it
you
just
teach
depends.
them that, or is that something he had seen somewhere, or was that something you say, hey, listen,
I
son,
taught
you
him
gotta
that.
do this.
I was like, you're basically
your job as a
being
parent,
raised,
I think,
yeah.
you know, or as an
that's
influence
the
on the
thing.
child.
It's a little bit of a toss up because you got so many fatherless homes.
Right. Is there a hands-on dad, or you a single mom?
No, I'm a single mom, and my son. I was divorced when my son was 4, so he was basically being raised by 2 women, my daughter and myself, and. If he doesn't come out a gentleman, he's going to be in big trouble. So we do that. But then I have a nephew who my sister has been married for 34 years, and my brother-in-law is the most incredible gentleman. And his son now is 22 and like had a girlfriend and did romantic dates for her and is always opening doors.
That's
and it's
how
very
Joey
much,
is.
but from example of his father.
Yeah.
So, you know, either you learn from example or you're taught at your house. And if you're not, you should be smart enough as a man to do those things. You know, those women appreciate. Yes, there's some women who are like, don't open the door for me. Well, you know what? That's not the woman that for you if you don't
If
like
you were
that.
never taught that, then you're not going to be smart. No matter what
Yeah.
you're doing, if you're not smart enough as a man, it's because you were never shown that, you were never taught that, you were never told that.
Yeah.
So I think that it makes it that much harder of a job for single moms like yourself. You have to instill that in your son in a different way because he's not seeing it.
No, he's not seeing it. But, you know, I did actually date a guy a few years ago where he actually said to me that the first woman after his divorce had taught him how to open doors and how to pull out chairs because he never did that for his wife, and she never wanted it done because she was so against it. So he said, oh my gosh. So I had to learn, like, he was married for like 20 something years. He goes, I had to reprogram my brain that women
Start
like
over,
that.
yeah.
So, you know.
His
so
wife left him for a woman.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, but I knew you weren't allowed to say.
Oh my gosh, guys.
Oh, that was Cuddy. Mac Chop, everybody.
You always know I'm going to say something crazy.
Oh, Lord. You know, one of the things that for me is a very telling factor is eye contact.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, to me, that's very, very important
Yeah.
if you're going to be having a conversation with me.
Yeah, look in the eyes.
That's true. Denise got these big blue eyes, too, and she be staring at you when you're talking to her, and you're like, stop looking at me.
I've actually had people say that to me.
Absolutely.
Real talk. When Denise looks at me, I got to look the other way. She's like,
yeah.
I forgot what the heck I was saying. I was like, oh my God, let me look down at the ground, bro.
Yeah. And I just think confidence as well is both men and women to
But
carry
if I
that
may,
confidence.
there's a fine line between confidence and arrogance.
That's why I said confidence.
Well, I'm just trying to tell
Yes.
the viewers or the listeners that
Yes.
there's a big difference there.
Yes.
We actually had a conversation about this at the event.
Yeah.
Because I said, well, what about those guys that appear confident, but they're really just being, it's an act because of their insecurity.
Right.
They're trying to hide their insecurities. At what point do you think you'd be able to identify that?
You can identify that right away. You know when someone's insecure, absolutely.
Well, once again, everyone, I hope you've enjoyed this portion of our
loved
show.
it. We need you on
Dating in
more
the
often.
Sixth Borough. You know, that's
Absolutely.
actually anywhere. The Sixth Borough belongs to everyone. But great advice. I hope you enjoyed the belly laughs, the commentary, and even the dating advice. Karen, if they want to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
They can go on my Instagram, which is KMLM21, and get a hold of me right there because I do answer my DMs.
And everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you tonight at the actual premiere screening of the Chicano Squad.
Yeah, I'll see you tonight.
The rise of the squad.
Rise of the Chicano Squad. Take care, everyone.
Thank you
Good
so
night.
much for watching the Sixth Borough, baby. Boca Raton, stand up. Quick shout out to our sponsors, Pizza Rica, Fat Pickle, and Hideaway. Only here live Friday night from 6 to 8:30. Let's go. The Sixth Borough. Good night.